Welcome back. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Iodithis, episode 19. We are going to do the recap a little differently this week. One of you volunteer for me. I'm not. You're not just giving a recap though. It's a little different. It did the wizard being volunteered? Is the
Yes.
wizard is going?
Sacrifice the wizard.
You know,
Sacrifice him.
I think this works great. You know what, Galliard? I'm choosing you as well. Here's what I want you to do. I want you to recap the last session as if you are in character telling Joseph Stone what happened.
Ooh.
Of course, he already knows about you meeting him, but what happened around that?
Last time, then. Travel. Lots of it. Trying to figure out where exactly it was that we were supposed to go, yet. On our way there, we encountered a strange creature, a hooded creature like that of a frog, bearing a strange resemblance to that of, well, this companion here, Kingsley. And overall, it was rather strange, bloodthirsty, violent creature, yet could do no harm. We continued on. But the journey itself was tumultuous. Maldet and Xerxes. Two of them engaged in much of a conversation I've seen them have before. But even then, I don't know what it was. I'm worried that Dagger's getting to him. Strange, evil, almost entity itself, but this weapon, the soul's trapped within. Serena, the goddess, former goddess of knowledge, believed to have perished, seemed to speak to Xerxes, enticing him. And from what he's told and what we saw, Maldet kept trying to direct more, pushing. Xerxes felt cornered. When push came to shove, either conversation or literally, Xerxes fled, and seeing everything happen, just one after the other, we all went after him. No worried for him. And we've seen what that dagger's been doing to him. Kingsley and Maldet, some of the fastest of us, chase after, but even then, Xerxes still moving at incredible speed. They managed to get to that clearing back you saw. But even still, it was nerve-wracking. Truly, I believe that none of us intended to harm the other. But Xerxes was scared, and so were we. Kingsley and Xerxes were speaking, and there was a moment there. I was unsure of what actually would happen. Tension there. Kingsley knowing about Serena and some of the history that they have. It was tense, to say the least. And yet, in swift motion, Kingsley took the dagger from Xerxes. And headed back to our vehicles. And though his companion Drawson joined, you saw that, you were there, when I suppose your man happened upon them, and inadvertently got yourselves intertwined with us yet again. you didn't see the rest of us, trying to make sense of everything that happened, trying to comfort Zernus as he was left to face the ramifications of his actions and his words. And I'm concerned because I don't believe the desire of that dagger has entirely left him yet.
Okay. And as you say that, he's been nodding this whole kind of time, and kind of leans forward. You'd probably been talking to him at this point about, learning a little bit more about Gandalf, uh, the great wizard of old. And then at one point he just kind of asks you, at one point he just kind of was like, so there's a little bit of tension I can kind of sense what's going on. And so then you gave him sort of that recap. And he just kind of nods through it and eventually says, sounds like you guys have been through a lot since we last spoke. Can't pretend to know what that was like. Our journey wasn't without hardship, but yours seems to be a little more rough and maybe a little bit internal as well. I don't know. If there's anything that I or we can do for you, just ask.
Thank you. It's very appreciated. I suppose that we are, at least in what ways, that we kind of going to pull our weight around here, at least until we're done with this bit of travel. But just this brief respite here, traveling, something as strange and marvelous as this invention, this vehicle. It's at least enough for me. So,
Good to
thank
hear.
you.
Yeah, of course. And I mean, as far as you said, anything you could do, there's not really. One of the wonders of this thing is it runs mostly by itself. It just needs someone to guide it. So there's not a lot anyone needs to do. So take the time, all of you, take the time to rest. If you're going to be doing what I think you're going to be doing, dealing with some powerful people from what it sounds like, dangerous people, take some time to rest. Work through some stuff. It sounds like you might need to. Uh, no offense. Uh, but take some time. Take some time and relax. We got food. We got shelter, clearly. Don't worry about taking too much. We have more than enough. And then he'll just kind of look at a watch on his wrist. Shit. I gotta get going back to the driver's seat. It's my time up again. And he looks a little giddy at that prospect. He's like, I gotta go again. But yeah, just let the others know when you go back down. Just if they need anything, come find me or one of my guys, which they're hard to miss. And yeah, that's it. And so he'll go off. Great recap, by the way. Thank you. I think if you guys like that, doing it like one of you doing the recap, we might make that a more regular thing. Doing it in character, speaking to someone else.
I don't mind that at all. Just I hope everyone has good memory.
That's why it's on you guys to do so.
Funny.
Yeah. It's going to put you on the spot a little bit. But here's the thing. Genuinely, whatever you give during the recap is what I figure your characters remembered from the session. So if you don't remember it, your character doesn't either. So there you go. Unless it's been like an hour and it's reasonable, your character would know. So anyway, moving on. So Galliard, that would have been up in sort of like Joseph's chamber area. It would have just been the two of you. He would have just you guys would have been having casual conversation. He would have told you a little bit about Gandalf. I don't know a ton about The Hobbit or Lord of the Rings, so like we'll just say that you know a little more information about it. I'll leave that on you, what you know, because I don't know nothing. So I'll leave that on you because you seem to know a little more than me. But you learn a little more, have that conversation, and then where do you go after that? His quarters would have been sort of up on an upper floor, where the walker and all of that stuff would have been on the lowest floor in like a big garage area, and that's where like the kitchen and stuff is as well.
Suppose, given the fact that there's not really much to do, I feel like Gallier just sort of wander around, meandering from where he last saw people.
Okay.
Yeah. And then kind of just head down towards like the common gathering area, place to eat.
Okay. And so you kind of wander around. I'll give you kind of an idea of what you see as you walk around, doing a bit of exploring. So from where you would be wandering around, it's a lot of just quarters and things, and a lot of them are barrack style, where there's just a lot of beds in a big room, meant to house dozens of people. Um, but Joseph seemed to have a smaller room to himself. It looks like it was outfitted and modified, but a room to himself. You all would have individual rooms as well. They kind of just took section things and just sort of sectioned off larger rooms to give each of you a room. So they're kind of makeshift. They're not great, but there's a cot. There is the necessities, and there's also a little an ice chest. Basically, they have these sealed, almost like foot lockers that they have like ice and things within them. It's actual ice that's in there, and so it stays very cold, and it seals well enough that the ice actually stays solid for quite a while. And then once it melts, they just filter it and use it for drinking water. So fun little things. Not a lot of magic on board. You especially walking around. This is very technological. Um, I would say the only things magic wise you see anywhere is there is in areas where there is no light, there is like magical lights throughout, they seem to have put up in some way. But otherwise, it's all just straight technology all throughout. Um, you eventually make your way down to the common area, which also is the giant garage. You can kind of, from your little walk around and just general knowledge you've gotten of the place, it is a giant garage in the center that is multi floors. Has it's mostly open in the center and can store multiple different types of vehicles. Even has something on the ceiling like you could hang something from it, but you're not sure what. Um, and then on the different sort of balcony floors around the side and on the bottom, there's like a kitchen, there's a gathering area like a big mess hall. This is the common area. For as big as this is, this takes up the majority of the center. There's also a roof, which has a large barreled device on top, as well as just many balconies and things across it, with a very nice view of the sky as you move along. But making your way down to the common area, you would see the rest of the party. I'll say at this time, it was kind of getting closer to a meal time of some kind. Uh, Probably like a dinner of a sort. Those of you that choose to partake would be down there. I do want to ask, because one of you had something that you had said you wanted to do. That'd be Zernus. You had a thing you wanted to try, and I think while Galliard is off having this conversation, walking around a bit, that would be a perfect time for this to happen. This is all still on the first day of you guys getting on and moving. What did you want to do, Zernus?
Well, we have rations, and our lovely cleric here helped us extend those and put fresh fruit and vegetables on it. And I can't help but notice there are a few scattered cherries around, and I would like to collect them all.
Okay, so you run around and you grab up all the cherries you can find. There's not a ton, but there is enough for a small something.
Tell me why I thought this is a good idea. Alright, well then, with my little stash, which I hope no one is noticing, I'm trying to keep it as much as a
Okay.
non. You don't worry about it. I'm gonna go back to the kitchen.
Real quick, go ahead and make me a sleight of hand check. Trying to grab them without being overly noticed.
A sleight of hand.
Sleight of hand, yeah. I am
Are
going
you
to.
forgetting something?
I am going to. True. I was going to say you will, for the general population, you're going to get advantage because there are so many people here at the current moment getting food. So there are a lot of people. If there's somebody just looking in your direction, they might not notice as easy. And is the rat with you?
Yeah.
Well, I don't know if he climbed back up on me after all of that.
Would the radioactive purple rat have done so?
I believe so.
Okay, so
Maybe.
you are there.
You can
And
get rid of him, but
unless Zernus is attempting to get rid of you, this roll Zernus is making is not going to affect you as much. What's your passive perception, actually, for the rat?
it's only 11.
11. Okay, what is your total, Zernus, for your sleight of hand?
My total for my sleight of hand was 18.
18. So I was giving the rat a +5 bonus for this being right there, up on the shoulder. It's still not high enough. Zernus, you kind of walk over, and just as you're walking, just kind of swipe them. And even the rat who's right on your shoulder doesn't seem to notice. Anyone here that has a passive higher than 18, though, would see Zernus grab some cherries off the table.
The only person who would notice that is a bunny boy.
Yeah, so if Meldet has any feelings about that, Zernus walks over and grabs some cherries, if you care. Attempting to be slightly sneaky about it.
What?
I have a plan for those. Why are you taking them?
I would like to cook.
Fine.
Okay.
So Zernus, you have your cherries, only one person noticing, and you getting away. What are you doing now?
Well, considering I'm heading to the kitchen and I live by these rules, there shouldn't be any animals in the kitchen that can lose fur.
I will say
Hmm.
there is things in place for that, but I see where you're going with it. So
Yeah, I'd stop at the kitchen door and look down at the rat. You know the rules.
But please.
Make a persuasion check for me.
Oh, buddy.
Okay, hey,
Oh,
hey.
you rolled bad, but that's okay. I know how to count.
math.
Oh, right, yeah, duh. That is an 18.
18.
Fucking damn it.
The roll was an 8. I'm just like that.
He looks at you and sighs, grumbling. You know, maybe some rat hair in his diet wouldn't be too bad. He just goes into the kitchen with you on his shoulder.
Active.
Yay.
That's just gonna affect.
That'll be fine. So you go in the kitchen, and what do you do in the kitchen? There is currently like one other person in there. It's just a part of the crew, just making up some of the rations.
I'm gonna grab some basic ingredients and start making just some dough.
Okay, so you
Yeah.
make up some dough. Is it a sweeter dough or is it like a more savory dough? What are you going for?
Yeah,
Here?
I imagine it's probably more of a savory.
More of a savory. Are you going? Okay, so hey, listen, this is your thing. I'm making it be descriptive. Are you going for more like a biscuity kind of dough or something a little more firm?
A little
Like
a
it's
little
flaky?
firmer than a biscuity one.
Okay. All right. And what do you put in it? Or do you just make dough?
Well, Forgive me, for I, as player, do not know how to cook. So,
Oh, that's okay.
um,
That's why this is enjoyable. Because I
imagine
like seeing
it's
what you
probably the
think.
same as other fruits. Sugar, water, you boil them.
Okay. Okay.
Take all the pips out because that would be awful.
Oh, that's a great thing. Now, do me a favor. I want you to make me a. I don't know if you do, so I'm gonna ask you. Do you have like chef supplies as like a tool you have?
Let me have a look. This hat is.
The hat is glorious.
No, I do not.
Okay, so go ahead and just make me a D20 check with dexterity. And add half your proficiency bonus because you don't have proficiency in the tool, but you cook pretty fucking often. So like I'd give you half proficiency.
I have proficiency as well.
Oh, in what specifically?
No,
'Cause-
that's what I'm here. I'm repeating you.
No. Half your dexterity, not full, just half rounded down. If it's an odd number, because I forget what it is right now.
It's 3 right now.
So yeah, it'd be you just add a +1 to it, plus your dex.
Is there? I have a +4 in my dex. Thank you very much. That's still not very great, as that is 12.
12, is that after adding the +4 to dex and the +1 from the proficiency?
No, that would make it 13. Wait. Yeah, no, I'll go with 12.
Wait, what did you roll on the dice?
I rolled a 10.
You rolled a 10, okay? So and you have a +4 in your dex?
Yeah.
So it should be a 15 total because you're adding half
Oh,
your proficiency
yay!
rounded down, which is 1, plus your 4 from dex, plus the 10 you rolled, 15. So
Yeah.
15 is actually marginally better. I will say it is. You look at it and it's like, okay, it's with what you're working with and what you have, you are able to do a pretty good job. If you had a full size kitchen, you could probably do better, but like in a full stocked kitchen, but like for what you got here, it's pretty good.
Heck yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So could you elaborate? What would you call this thing that you made? What would you call it if you had a name?
You see, I would call it
Art?
uh,
What type of dish is
he's fucking stupid.
Is it like a turnover, or is it like a
Yeah.
tart? Or
But look, you see, funny about that, it would be classed as a tart.
Oh, like a tart with
Yeah.
cherries in it. So like a cherry tart. Oh, okay. I can picture it in my head now. My mind palace is filled with cherry tarts now. Okay. So, you have your cherry tart in hand. You had only enough for one. You could have made more
Yes.
dough, but you only had enough filling for one. So, what do you do with it? Do you shove it in your face?
No,
I don't even. This is scary.
You gonna eat all that?
I would like to take this and hide it. I'll put it in my bag of holding, make sure it's not squished, obviously, over it.
Smart.
And then I would go look for you, Galliard.
Why does it sound like a threat? Like, oh shit.
Well, considering Galliard is specifically with the rest of them, I imagine, as previously stated,
About this
Um,
time arriving, yeah.
I have to ask you a question, Galliard. I'm just gonna go up, just hand on the shoulder.
Oh, yeah.
I have a question.
Yeah.
And everyone else hear this.
The
Are we
question
gonna
is,
have this whispering again?
are you all together, or are you just in the same room? Because my idea is you're all just in the common room having food, but are you all sitting together?
I don't want to sit by myself. I'll be lonely.
Okay,
Well, you already know you can't escape me.
Yeah.
true. What about
There's
Kingsley
like-
Drawson?
I don't know. I think I'd eat
Kingsley's
vaguely
kinda-
near Little.
Bigling?
Kingsley's just kind of sticking around the others. Might as well.
Okay, so they are
Yeah.
kind of close to each other. So depending on how quiet you are, they might hear.
Well, we've already gone over this.
won't.
How many times has Zernus and Gallia tried to whisper and one of us can't do it to save their life?
True.
Woo! Whisper
Okay.
moment. I'm
So-
whispering. Gallia, I think, has given up at that point.
I mean, it's up to. I mean, you could both try. I will always allow you to try. It would be a stealth check.
Well, it depends on like what's being done. I'd say.
I'm gonna lean down, firmly holding your arm. So it's like, do you know where Kingsley or Mundungus is?
Mhm.
Oh gosh. Oh shit.
Yeah.
I mean, Galliard's there with everyone that's kind of around. I
Kingsley,
feel like just
as stated, is right there. Is Mundungus there with you, Kingsley?
Never leaves his side.
That has been a precedent. So they are right there.
so. Yeah.
I need a distraction.
Um, for what?
You trust me, right?
Where's those freaking dice? I just need to check.
What are you looking for?
Oh, pretty good.
Oh lord.
It looks like there's a bit of contemplation there. But Galliard eventually just kind of like eases up. He's still worried about Zernus and everything, but yes. Yes, I'd say I do.
I need a distraction from you. Then I'll get the attention of Kingsley and Darcy. Preferably Malded as well.
Huh?
She was that book.
If you are
Okay.
speaking in character, I could not hear anything for the last few seconds.
I was just
Yeah.
telling him.
It was just the okay.
Oh, okay, okay. So you got an okay. All right. All right. So what do you do to attempt to distract Drossen, Meldet, and Kingsley for Zernus?
That's a good question. You're asking a socially awkward nerd. And
Well, you
they're
figure
player.
that out. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Well, there you go.
So, anyways, I feel like at this point, Drossen's right there, right?
Mhm.
Just gonna look over. Oh, Drossen, I have a bit of a something for you.
Oh,
It's a bit of an idea.
oh, okay. I'm more tuned into the conversation now.
So, given that, he kind of looks around to see Kingsley, and then Malda is there, right? Or
I believe so. Meldet, are you
I will-
currently
I
with
will-
the rest?
I think I'd show up later, depending.
Okay. So not there currently. Got it.
No.
Okay. Well, that's one less person you have to try to distract.
alright, so just Drossen and Kingsley, you two. I have a bit of an idea. It's more focused on Drossen. specifically you, just due to your heritage and the powers you command. I had a bit of an idea on a technique you might be able to use to develop them.
Oh,
I would, I just would like, you know, kind of pull you aside for a little bit
oh,
to
oh,
show you some things and notes I have working on, and maybe a demonstration. But
all right. I
I'm
will.
not.
Hmm.
Oh,
You
yes,
you go
sorry.
first.
Oh, I'm not entirely trained in the healing arts or anything like that, but Kingsley, I know that you have some manner of capacity for that, yes?
I know a little bit, but not a lot. I
Already
mostly just hit things.
better than than I am, because naturally I can't do anything. But I'd like you there too, just in case anything bad might happen.
Oh,
You know
okay.
how arcane things can be.
Before I go, I'm gonna like take something off the table and just like shove it in my mouth to eat while we're walking.
Okay.
Wouldn't wait. Maldet is Maldet the cleric?
Maldet is the cleric, but Maldet is currently not there.
Yes, I know this. I just don't remember who was the cleric. Kingsley's just kind of like look at them for a second. Wouldn't Maldet be better for that? He understands healing better than I do. I know a little bit of magic, but I don't know anything otherwise. He'd probably be better in case maybe magic isn't as great for this.
Gallagher's just kind of trying to get Kingsley's full attention right now. Well, I suppose he might be, but I haven't seen him. And admittedly, I'm a little bit hesitant around him. And he's a bit insular, generally speaking. I also know that you
Gallia.
cared. Yeah.
Smaller words. I'm not that smart.
Sorry. Sorry. How do I how shall
He's
we
not
say?
here. He won't take offense to whatever you say.
He's quiet and he keeps to himself a lot. I don't know if this is the sort of thing he would be interested in. And given the nature of your relationship with Jocelyn, I had thought that maybe any sort of thing that might happen would be bolstered by your love.
Oh,
Oh.
that's so cute.
If I may, I do want to interject really quickly. Zernus, were you attempting to do this now while they're still sitting there, or once they leave? Because something I think you would know with how long you've been there with Kingsley, Mungdungus always follows Kingsley, and I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, Kingsley, you would need at least one hand free for food, but you're usually holding Mungdungus against your chest.
There's usually a good amount of carrying the thing because he does not trust Mungungus to follow him, so he tends to carry it.
True.
That's cute.
So keep that in mind when you're deciding what you want to do. But what are you planning so that I can, interject at the right time to allow you to do so?
He is not currently holding him.
Not
I will
currently.
give you that.
Where is he?
When I had asked Gallia for that distraction and he had gone over, would I have been able to start taking my armor off?
Taking your armor off? That takes about... How long does it take to doff heavy armor?
5 minutes.
5 minutes. So, sure. Yeah, you definitely could have.
And they're at table, correct?
They would be at a table of some kind. Yeah, it's like a long table where people sit next to each other and then across from each other.
I have a stupid question.
Huh.
Is it like one of those bench tables you see in prisons, or is it like one of the ones in schools where they have the specific seats that are like the round ones?
So, to be honest with you, at my high school and school in general, it was the same as the prison ones.
Yeah, me
Ah.
too.
I'm gonna say, yeah.
Yeah.
Our school is the same as the prison. No.
Well,
Yeah.
What do you
But really,
see?
which kind is it? I'm curious.
it's the long table, long
Okay.
just bench. It's more like a park bench, but really, really long.
Okay.
I remember those. Those were the days when we used to sit in corners and thought we were cool kids. Oh.
Yeah.
Can I? My darling, darling purple son.
What up?
How much could I get? How much is one of your private concerts?
Ah, for you, my friend.
I know, no. I feel like since we're being so, we're being treated with such hospitality, I feel like we need to pay everyone with what we, though little, have. And I think that maybe that you should put on a lovely concert with just this entire room.
I'm gonna pretend that's normal. I mean, if you pay me, I don't really care. Why
Yeah.
you sound hesitant and also weird.
How much?
Well, dear Cernus, my close friend, 500 gold.
Oh,
The
okay.
500.
500?
My guy. Pay the rat needs performance. He needs his money.
I'm kidding. 5,000.
Yeah! That's my
Get that
son.
bag. Get that bag.
My boy. He knows the money. I love him.
You need to tell me that even with me being your closest friend, I only have to pay 5,000.
I mean, I can be bribed. If I help you, maybe you could give me that cherry tart you just made.
No. Fortunately, I am a man of few and many things. Don't ask how that made sense. Shut up.
Yeah.
I can't quite give this because this is for a special someone. I feel bad.
Soraya?
Yes.
Girl.
Okay. I mean, well, I really want. I mean, maybe you could make another one later.
I don't know if there's many. You can ask Maldet to make some more cherries, but I think he's out of spell slots at the moment. So there's not a lot of fruit around. Could make you a different one, like apricot.
Apricot? Okay. I mean, I'm not picky. Just give me some food and I'll do whatever.
Well, do you still not want the gold?
I mean, empty your pockets, but food should be involved.
Are
Burn them
you
pockets, boy.
sure?
What?
Are you sure? Because as you say that, he's gonna move you off his shoulder, set you down, and then out of his bag of holding, he's going to drop a bag that is basically double your size in front of you.
What the fuck is in there? That's like body size.
Yeah.
Well, it's just the gold I got.
Oh.
And
Okay, yeah, that'll be good.
I'm not giving you it all. I want to know the price.
I don't know. Just give me 100 gold and some fruit.
Easily swayed. I
He'll
don't
like take like a handful out and put like the 100 gold down, and I'm not sure what other fruit there is.
I would say it's kind of just a small variety. There might be like a couple peaches, maybe. What's like Maldette's like favorite fruit? Because I think
You
the
know, you
spell
should-
is influenced by that.
It really does vary by the season.
Okay.
What season are we in about right now?
I believe you're currently in summer. I'd have to double check, but I believe you're in
Season
summer.
1, obviously.
Ah. Yeah, it's about summer. Near the end of it. I think.
There'd be more peaches and watermelon.
Ooh, peaches and watermelon. Okay.
Apples here and there.
Apples. Okay. That's good.
Ah, peaches, watermelon, and apples.
We'll say there's a
Sounds
good amount of
really-
those.
I'll put like a peach down and
Pomegranates, figs. A little bit of
yeah,
Nice.
I'll put some of those down.
Okay. Sounds good. So now you have some gold, you have some fruit. What is the rat going to do at this point? Are you going to put on a performance?
Yeah, I guess I am.
Is there anything specific you want to play?
Ooh.
I have a very specific reason for asking.
Mm.
Oh,
Mm.
oh, because the reason's names start with a J.
No! How dare you?
I will play.
Oh, that'd be so funny, though.
I'm gonna play Careless Whisper.
Oh my god. Okay. First off, go ahead and make me a quick performance check.
Oh.
I'm not ready for Careless
I
Whisper,
rolled
but
so fucking low again. It's
Oh.
fine.
How much?
I'm using my accordion.
Oh, accordion. Okay.
I know it helps me, but whatever. Hang on. Plus something or other. 3. Okay. That's not I believe that is another 18.
Hey. That's pretty good.
Extremely unnatural. That came from a fucking 5.
Oh my god.
Jesus.
Sweet Jesus. So, here's kind of what happens. You start playing, and on the accordion, it sounds a little funky, but like, it vibes, and people are getting into it. People are loving it. They don't know the song, but they're loving it. From one of the top floors, you hear, "What the fuck?" And you look up, and Joseph is standing there over the railing, and he's like, "Shit, I forgot the wheel," and he runs back to the wheel.
And this is how we all die. Thank you.
Yep, this is how the party dies.
There's like a gunk gunk as it hits something, and then keeps going.
Oh.
Oh no!
But you serenade the vehicle. And it's quite echoey in here, so it really carries. It's like a giant amphitheater, or not an amphitheater, like
Fuck
a
yeah.
theater.
Go, my son.
Found a cover of it on an accordion.
Oh my god! I can't listen to that right now because of stream, but I'm listening to it later.
Yeah.
I will send it in music for you guys.
Please.
Amazing.
I wish I could sing with you, Rat. I really
Oh,
do.
it's so good. I'm listening to that after stream.
But yes, I'm vibing.
So the vibes are good. The vibes are good. I will say, Zernus, what are you currently doing? So Mundungus, as has been
Yeah.
stated, is not being held. I'll say probably sitting on the bench. Kingsley, you think that's reasonable, kind of sitting next to you?
His usual like half side stare, yeah.
Yeah, okay, perfect. And so he's there. Kingsley and Drawson are being talked to, and there's a performance that would give you some bonus to what you're doing. What are you doing?
I'm with Mundungus, having noticed he's on the bench, and having noticed that everyone is just jamming to the song I don't at all ever know, and will never know.
It is in
I'm
English, by
going
the way.
to
Yes.
I'm gonna slip under the bench and try and sneak my way to Mundungus's seat and like hold up this cherry pie, just not so I'm seen, but just enough to get his nose.
Okay.
Cherry tart.
Really, yeah, cherry tart. Real quick, make me a first off a stealth check for your approach.
Mm.
What was that?
A stealth check. I saw you froze there for a sec. Yeah, stealth check for me. Which you did. I believe you took the time to take your armor off. You would have had 5 minutes to do so if you'd started immediately. So
Should I re-roll it?
could have.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
What is it?
So there's a natural 20.
Okay, a natural 20. Got it.
Plus my stealth, which is 4, so 24.
24. Nobody here notices with the bonus that you would have gotten from everything going on. Nobody notices. They're jamming, and the people you're trying to hide from are having a conversation. Nobody notices this. A full-on concert's going on right now. Some people even flip on little like lighters and such and start like put them through the air. It's a whole vibe.
Yes.
I see those people and I'm a little confused, but I cast light on a copper and start doing that.
I love it. So you were able to get up there unnoticed. Now for the oh no, you froze. Oh no, not again. Okay, there we go. So
No, I started playing the accordion.
oh, it's yeah. Okay, so now you've gotten up there, and I'll say with that stealth check, you just kind of wave it in front of the face, and Mundungus like doing the side, the eyes split one direction and the other, kind of like cocks the head so one eye is staring directly at it. Gets a little bit like tries to get a little closer. How close are you getting? Are you like right in his face, or are you keeping a distance?
Just under the table near his nose, and then I want to lead him away.
So you kind of put it under the nose. The nose goes toward it and backs off and seems disinterested.
Oh.
Cherry tarts will not do it. There is a specific thing that he requires, and that's
All
not it.
All right.
I'm sorry, that has been in his lore since his creation. That's just how he...
No. Zernus is gonna sit there and just huff.
Yeah. You tried. You really did. The rolls were in your favor. You set everything up. You just didn't have the right key.
Grab the cat. He's gonna scream and Kingsley's gonna kick my ass.
I mean, you could try. You could definitely try.
I'll take my
Turnover
chance.
might have
I'm just
worked.
taking a cherry pie.
Okay.
Wait a minute. I feel like I
Die.
remember what he eats, but I forget.
Cherry
So-
pie.
Cherry pie specifically.
Yeah, I was like, I remember there was some mention of it before. And
Yeah. And here's the thing. It's not even because like a cherry tart technically is all the same ingredients. It has nothing to do with the ingredients.
it's just the shape.
It's just the fact that it is a cherry pie. It has to be a cherry pie and only a cherry pie.
I don't even understand this shit. This is all a Val thing.
It's
I
all Val.
created these little shits, and I don't understand what the fuck's up with Mundungus.
Although it's really funny because the cherry pie thing was just a meme in the beginning and now it's become a thing. Anyway.
I want that tart.
Well,
That's
with
amazing.
this concert going up and Gallia doing his best, and my disappointment, I'll slip out from under the table. And, I don't think I want to listen to that.
Okay.
I'm gonna go find Soraya.
Okay. So with that being said, you don't you just get up and leave and go look for Soraya?
I'm not gonna get up where I was because that would be suspicious.
Scoot out, sneak away. Okay, that's
Don't
fine.
be
With everything going
suspicious,
on,
don't
you're
be
fine.
suspicious.
I will say, Galliard, as far as you're aware, you are still supposed to be distracting. So please continue.
I mean, I feel like
Unless you're
Galliard's
just watching.
Galliard's playing off a riff, and I'm glad this actually didn't happen. Galliard didn't know Mundungus was supposed to be alone.
Mm-hmm.
and he would have just done that anyways. But he
Mhm.
actually does genuinely want Kingsley. Johnson there just happens to line up here, but he's trying to be a little bit more sociable to Kingsley too, but mainly focused on Johnson. Oh, all right. I had a bit of an idea. Let's say you've seen the sort of smaller magic that Zernus can do, that sort of lightning whip thing, and just a little bit of a minor illusion there as he does that, just a faint thing of the spell.
Yeah.
Seen the more elemental and more potent lightning abilities that you have, and I had been thinking specifically about developing a sort of formula equation that would basically create a stronger version of that, a lightning whip, if you will, or lightning lash.
Oh, okay. I don't really know how to read magical equations. It's just something that I do, but if you're open to show me how, I could try.
Oh yes, yes, I respectfully understood that, and I wanted to, I tried to simplify it down here to some basic things, but also the elements there should be understandable enough uh, for you to pick up. And then, from the way I understand your magics, it's like you get it, and then you just kind of quickly keep going. You'd say the same, right, Kingsley? Like you've seen Drawson in in action with their own powers, and you know them better, right?
Okay.
Kingsley got talked to.
Sorry, what?
This actually happened. No.
Just, what? Sorry, careless whisper.
Oh, honestly, kinda, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it kind of makes sense. Oh no, just I was just saying, Drawson better, and their ability to just pick up, that sort of mastery of magic rather confidently and easily. You'd agree, right?
I guess.
I'm
I've
just trying to make
kinda
this.
seen Drasan do magic.
You've known Drasan for longer, and you know, just thought, these things working together might help the process of it overall go better. It's
mean-
sort of let me go. Why? Stupid song.
I have to help you understand the environment.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, I believe that Drasan could do it, sure. But I don't get any of it. I don't understand how Drasan knows magic, I just know that he does.
Well, that's completely fair, and I wanted your input and opinion on the matter overall.
I believe in you, Drasan.
See? There we go.
Well, okay. Do you think we should probably go somewhere else to try this?
Yeah, it is rather crowded in here, and there's the rats playing some weird music. I don't know.
I feel like the rat's on Mage Hand while he's performing in the air. I don't know, some like dramatic moment.
Like slow dancing around.
Yeah. With the lights on him and stuff, and it's just like he's playing he's playing the song, and it's just such an emotional moment, and it's just
careless whisper.
Wait, given the time period, would Careless Whisper technically be considered classical music?
oh my
Well,
god!
hell, in Joseph Stone's time, it was considered classical music,
Holy
not even just
shit.
now.
Bro, I want to hear more of his repertoire of
Yeah.
music. You know,
I mean,
Well,
yeah.
you give me with Careless Whisper, like it's a joke song, but it's genuinely good to listen to for no fucking reason.
It
I
really
don't know.
is.
Is there like
Yeah.
is there like a shooting range / training area on here?
I'll say it's reasonable there would be, and I'll say Galliard, you would have walked by it
Yeah.
on the way. It would have just been called like gun range, but like it would work for what you're wanting to do. And there's no one in there right now.
Hey Val, I got a question.
Yeah, what up?
So obviously we're gonna start heading that way soon.
Yes.
I have to do something.
You have to do something. What do you got to
Your
do?
face. That wasn't even on purpose. I hate you. I have to do something.
Okay.
Mungdungus
Yeah.
has a thing under his wing that I haven't checked, and I have to check it because I haven't.
Yeah.
right this moment, actually.
So Kingsley's gonna check it as he's picking him up.
Gone.
Oh no.
It's been out
Oh
minute.
no.
That's scary, and I don't like it.
And Mungdungus feels a little heavier. Like he's grown a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Play the Pokemon evolution theme right now.
I don't have a thing to show. Hold him. Kind of look at him for a second. Look at that. Maybe we should lay off of everything for a bit.
Mungdungus just goes like, "Argh." It does kind of like what S'mores does. Just goes, "Argh."
And then he just kind of tucks him under the arm as per the usual.
That was awful. Don't ever let me do a plan like that again.
No,
It's not your
gonna be
fault.
real.
You couldn't have known. It was
No.
a good plan.
I'll be honest, that went without.
Yeah, I came up with it, and it went pretty smoothly.
It
I
went
didn't
so
expect to
good.
get that far, but oh my
No,
Careless
legitimately.
Whisper.
As far as plans go, that went without a hitch. You just didn't have the right tool.
That's right.
Mickey Mouse. was
Xerneas will
cool.
remember this.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, no.
The Telltale Games flash scene. That's what I
Yeah.
see. Yeah.
So, three of you end up going up to the gun range area. Okay. Going in, it's empty at this point. There's no one in it. There's like one person at the door who's just like, "You're going in, okay? I just have to know who you are. I know who you guys are because we saw you get on. So in case anyone gets in or injured, we know who is in the room." And that's it. And then they just stay outside the door. So yeah, you're free to go in. It has some targets. You can change their distance. It's the furthest distance you can do in this room, just due to the constraints of it, is well, I say the constraints of it. You can do 90 feet is the maximum distance that you can do, but you can do anywhere from like 10 to 90.
It sounds like my heaven. Oh, should have
Yeah.
joined. Yeah.
The American dream.
Well,
The American dream.
here, let me
I
do
mean,
a
I'm
couple
just
more.
eating my food, to be honest, and vibing
So-
to the rat being born.
How were you thinking this spell would work?
Well, it's ideally it's just like crackling lightning, breathing your arms and torso, kind of whatever gesture. I prefer more like an outstretched or index finger, like thing to cast and stuff like that. It's kind of just creating like a much more flexible lightning bolt, if you will, but again more like a whip, if you will.
Well, hearing that, I'm going to step up and I'm kind of going to try to do like lightning bolt the spell, but do it a bit more to me, and then just kind of go do the similar hand motion. Because usually when I'm casting lightning bolt, I do it with open hand.
Mhm. Okay, I'm double checking. I'm actually reading the spell real quick, just for sake of description for me. Yeah, go ahead. I want you to real quick make me, Drawson, make me an Arcana check, or you could roll d20 and add your spellcasting modifier. Actually, sorry, do that instead. Just d20 roll with add your spellcasting modifier.
Got it. Ooh, that was a 6 for a total of 10.
6 for a total 10. Okay. So you kind of aim it outwards, and I'm going to say for the practice here, I'm not going to make you track spell slots. I'll just let you, for the sake of practicing, you can do it a few times. So you kind of do it, and it's new, and it arcs, like it arcs out, but it's more like a lightning bolt. It doesn't quite have the same, and Galliard being the one who created this, it's not exactly the same thing you're imagining. It's more just like a lightning bolt.
Was that similar?
It's,
Forgive me.
interesting attempt. It's not quite what I envisioned, but it's definitely getting there, I suppose.
Okay, well, maybe. I'm going to try again, but kind of do it like the Azula point.
God, okay, I need that roll again, adding your spellcasting. I'm hoping. That would be fucking great.
It's better technically. It's an 11 this time.
An 11. Okay.
We're getting there.
We're getting there. It starts. You do the point, and it starts to kind of do what you were expecting, like because you actually watch. So before it was just coming out of your hand. It starts to kind of crackle up the arm before shooting out, but it just kind of stops a little early, and it kind of almost pre-fires. It's premature. It shoots out a little early, but it's getting there.
Okay. That didn't seem right either, was it?
Oh, but that was an improvement, definitely.
Didn't like the hand motion? Like, do I do one of these things?
It's I'm more focused that because it's more with wizardry it's weird because it's more of like precise. Do it at this angle. Make sure your hand is at this degrees here. Turn pronate or supine. But also sorcerers, you seem to have like it with the music. You seem to have a more innate ability for it. So I don't know if like drawing upon yourself, what guides you or inspires you, what grants you that power. Try to focus more on that, maybe.
Okay.
What I want you to do this time is you're essentially just going to use your spell attack modifier. Basically, add your proficiency on top of what you were adding before. So just make a spell attack.
I'm gonna try it with the Azula fingers, but I'm gonna like do a little flick.
Okay. Azula fingers with a little flick. Come on.
Got this.
Oh, that one is that one's a 25.
So a couple, not quite attempts, still powerful attacks that would hurt someone very badly. The first couple were, they could be better. You watch the lightning start to crackle up the arm, envelop your torso, and shoot out the fingers as soon as you flick it. And it hits the target you were aiming for, and the target just explodes into like bits of flaming paper.
Yes, that's right. That's exactly it. That's exactly the effect it was supposed to have. That was yes. He just kind of like awkwardly goes in for a hug.
I'm
And,
like, yeah,
like
I'm
shakes him like
surprised and
that was
like,
magnificent.
yeah. Thank you.
Get vibe checked.
Okay.
That's good. That's exactly what I envisioned, and
You're really good at magic.
oh
Explaining it.
oh thank you. I mean, you're good at using
What
magic,
the fuck?
doing magic. Well, thank you. I just thought that, given what we might be facing, as well, it might be worth having something like that. You know, a bit more oomph, if you will.
Yeah. It did feel like a bit more oomph.
It looked like it.
Oops, oops.
I'm sorry, out of character, I am loving just this wholesome moment between the nerds of magic.
Ah.
Yeah. I
Mhm.
want to be there. She thinks, but I'm enjoying the singing.
I will say probably the kind of here's one thing I will say. So Careless Whisper, it was said only played once. It's about a 4-minute song, so it does die down. But from the top rope, from all the way up top, running down the stairs very quickly, carrying something in his arms. And then he sends someone up to take the wheel. It's Joseph Stone, who comes down the stairs, slides on the ground, and says, "It's time to dance."
Oh, Joseph, absolute legend.
The
And-
only people in this room are Wick and the Rat.
Yeah. We see
Yeah. And he looks directly at the rat, basically like, "Yeah, you want to play that song? All right." And he pulls out, he's got an acoustic guitar, he sits down, and for all that energy, he starts playing kind of a slow tune. I think this song, one of the phrases in it is "Take Me Home, Country Roads" by John Denver.
Country road.
Can I play over him?
You're gonna
You
have a
want
hard
to?
battle? Wait, so
Are we
Yeah.
having a
Battle
battle?
of the Bands! Battle of the Bands!
Make me a performance check.
I have a question.
Okay.
I
Yes.
guess the
Different
witnesses.
song.
Oh, different song. What
Joseph's-
song?
Anything other than fucking country roads. Hang on.
Yeah.
Say what you wanted to say, Wizard, while I find
Yeah,
something.
Wizard, you say what you're saying?
Is Joseph Stone singing this as well, or is he just playing?
Yes, he is singing it.
Okay. Now, is he singing in English, or is he singing like in the translated common?
So he's using the translator so everybody present can understand what he's saying. However, it just depends on whatever your primary language is. So like Xernes, you would probably, even though common is the language you use most commonly, your home tongue would be like Elvish. So that would be more than likely what you would hear it in.
Country roads in Elvish.
In
I
Elvish.
swear to fucking God, if that man learns Elvish just to sing that song, I'm going to skin him. Oathbreaker Paladin because of him.
I just love the idea of
I
like
just get to
listening-
adore a good band battle. You know,
Yeah.
I'm gonna play the Dazzlings for real, for real. I can't perform. Maybe I want to. I really want to join in, but I can't. I'm scared.
Wait, wait,
Okay.
what? You didn't notice Xernes slip in or out, did you?
I wanted to say something if I could try, but I did not want to interrupt, so I said nothing. I'm sorry. Captain David. No.
So the rat, what are you playing?
Yeah.
I'm gonna play non-copyright "Way That Is Mine" by Sank Sinatra on the accordion.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
I love it. Okay, make me a performance check. You are both fighting for the spotlight. Oh. So I will
I
tell
rolled
you.
it as soon as you
He got,
said.
he got a natural 20, but I don't think his plus is as high as yours because he's not a bard. He's more like a fighter.
He's not a bard.
So what did
I
you
got a
get?
17. That is a 30.
Oh,
So even with a natural 20, you bust
Oh,
out
yeah.
playing Way That Is Mine by, what'd you call him, Sank Finatra?
Yes.
Copyright neutral. And you just bust it out. And like you're both playing, and he's playing loud, but your instrument's a little more loud, little more echoey in the space, and the people just seem enraptured by your song to a stronger degree than his.
Oh, Joseph, you did so well.
He does kind of like stop after a minute though, notices the way things are going, and he joins in, and he starts playing along with you.
Yeah.
We're so happy for you.
You
I
have
just
won the battle, but he has joined you.
But not the war.
But yes, that is what happens. So there's still music going.
Where's my D20? There you go.
Okay. So Iodithis, what can I do for you?
I just want to bully Wick, considering that you're afraid to get the spotlight, so I'll get it for them.
Okay, please do.
Oh no.
Take the floor, Your Highness.
What the fuck do you want me to take? The ladder? Shit.
Take souls.
I guess I can go look for Zernus if I really wanted to in the first place.
Just what you're leaving.
Okay, if you want to go look for Zernus, so I think that actually works pretty well. Go ahead, because you guys would know where each other's rooms are. They would have been in the same hall up on, we'll say, the 3rd floor. So you can easily find those rooms if you want to check there, or you could look around this space that you're currently in. Where would you want to check, Wick?
I feel like the space I'm in first before going to the rooms, if that's okay.
So go ahead and make me a perception check.
I'm like, girls, I'm using dice and it's weird. What was the check?
Perception check.
Me pulling out a calculator and not doing this math in my head right now.
Oh, that's okay. Hey, listen, I keep a calculator by me most of the time.
That'll be a 19.
A 19? Okay, so looking around in this space, at this point you don't see Zernus in this room, and you're pretty confident of it that Zernus is not here.
Okay, then after Wick realizing that Zernus isn't there, she'll go up to the rooms to check.
Okay. And so you start walking up as Way That Is Mine begins coming to a close. And so you make your way up the stairs to the rooms. Now, at this point, Zernus, you would have known Soraya would have been in her room. She would have told you as much, said that she was going to be there. So is that where you go?
Yeah.
Okay. Real quick, Wick, before I pop to you, I just wanted to ask or do one quick thing, because Zernus would have been there for a couple minutes at this point.
Yeah.
So Zernus, you arrive and you go to open the door. Door is locked. So what do you do?
Like on the door, just 2-knuckle and knock.
Okay. A few moments pass and the door opens, and the lights are on in the room. The lantern, it's a one room kind of deal. There's not multiple rooms in the place. It's not like an apartment. So you look in, you don't see her, and from behind the door, you just kind of hear, "What do you want?" I did not hear you. What?
I want to apologize.
All right, take a seat.
Where are you? And I'll try and peek around the door.
You peek around the door, and she's just got a knife kind of like pinned in the door, just kind of looking at you. Oh, I was just, in case it was someone who was dangerous, you know. So, take a seat on the cot.
We'll slide in.
And she takes it out the door, and it was embedded like a good inch into the door, and she like takes it out, puts it in its holster. And do you go take a seat?
Yeah.
Okay. And she pulls up. There's like a little table and chair. She takes the chair and just kind of sits down on it and turns it towards you. So you wanted to apologize. For what? What are you apologizing for?
For my outburst in the clearing.
Apology accepted. But Zernus... Do you feel... Are you apologizing because I'm upset or because you feel you did something wrong? Be honest. Are you apologizing because you got in trouble in a way, or because you actually realize you might have done something wrong?
I know I said something awful.
Okay. I believe you. Zernus... The last person who said something like what you said, some of the things you said, you want to know who that was?
Okay.
It was my father, Zernus. And my brother, who was made in his spitting image. I don't need to see 3 people look like my father.
He'll touch his hair, face, ear. I look like him?
A lot of the features are the same, to be honest. Not all of them. Of course, you look different. Everyone looks different, but he didn't always look the way he did. Once he was an elven man. He was an elven man about your height, and then he started experimenting on himself. Of course, you're a bit taller. Well, same height, but a little more broad. Stockier build, you know. But he was an elven man once. Similar features in some ways. Didn't always look like the monster he does now.
I'm not your father.
I know you're
Or
not.
your brother.
Then don't act like them.
He didn't mean to.
I know. It's just what?
I don't know. That thing shouldn't exist, and it does, and I can't get rid of it because someone will find it and use it, or someone, if they break it, will set the souls free. Hey. It's not a win-win situation. I don't feel nervous because I'm scared.
There are not a lot of things that scare me. Not many at all. Not after the life I've lived. But there is one thing that scares me. And that is something happening to you. If you take that dagger back, to protect it or otherwise, something is going to happen to you. And it won't be some grand sacrifice, some thing that will make you a martyr. It will be a terrible death, and a lonely death. Because you will push everyone away. Because that will influence you. That dagger will influence you. I understand where you're coming from, and it is a noble goal. It really is. And if it was any other item, it would be doable. But with that one, you can't. Right now it is in a arguably pretty safe place. Just keep it there until you find someone else to take it from you. Someone who is trustworthy.
Think that you really think there's people out there that are trustworthy with that thing?
Maybe not. But then find somewhere to hide it where no one will find it. Bury it in the ocean, in the deepest part of the ocean. Or shoot it into space. Find some way to get it as far away from people as possible. But leave it in the cat. The cat
You know,
wouldn't know how to use it even if it had thumbs.
well, is it a cat?
It's something I don't understand. I don't think anyone understands. Maybe Kingsley.
It's the beauty.
I don't think he knows.
It's a cat-bird thing. That's all I know.
I made you this, and he'll slide over the covered cart.
You're very thoughtful. I wish I had something to give you in return, but I didn't spend any time making anything. I've mostly been in here freaking out because Kingsport was destroyed. My father had outposts across the continent, and one of those, the closest, was in Favia. It is a large tower.
And you have decided to bring this up now?
I did not think he was there. I thought he was dead. I hoped he was dead.
How do you know he's there? What? What?
He contacted me.
Motherfucker did what?
He contacted me. He said there are people attempting to break into the tower and that are very powerful. There is a necromancer is one of them. There's one, a large creature of some kind. I didn't get the full description. Of course, so many words in these things. There is a metal bird of some kind. Just to name a few. He only got so many words because sending is the way it is. He was asking for help, and in return he said he would cure me of my affliction. He said if we help, we have time. He said it wasn't urgent. And I explained we had things we were doing. I didn't say what, but I explained we had things we were doing, and that I would ask. I hate him so much. Yes, we have things to do. We are helping your friends, yes?
We?
What do you mean? What are you questioning? You're just saying the word "we" with a question mark at the end. I don't get what you're asking.
Who is we?
We being group. Your group, yes. I mean, I've been traveling with you. I figured I was part of it. Was I wrong?
No, not at all. Do you know roughly how many books your father used to write in or have written?
Many, but not a number, no. Why?
Because, you know, when we were at the library
Yes.
and we were looking for books and scrolls and weapons of unholy destruction.
Yes.
Well, mainly Wick, he took it from me and wouldn't give it back. but maybe I might have stolen a copy of his journal.
And you haven't brought this up until now. Why?
Because there wasn't any useful information in it that I could find.
Could I look at it?
If you can persuade which I, yeah, you probably can. She doesn't.
I will try. So why are you asking about this in relation to what I've said?
I am a man who is willing to trust anyone like a blind dog. I believe there is many good in people. In Galliot's family, in Kingsley. However, your father does not tick any of the bells that need to be worthy of trust. With the stories you've told me, with the statues I've seen, with just the ego he reeks of. Why would you trust him?
She's going to openly laugh in your face. You think I trust him? I don't think he's going to cure me. I don't think he can. But it will get me close enough to him that I can kill him without anyone being in my way. But those other people are in the way trying to kill him right now. And if they're in my way and they kill him, I'll be very pissed. Because he's mine to kill, no one else's. So no, I don't believe him. And you are correct. He is the last person to trust. Do not trust him with anything he says. Do not trust any promises he makes, no matter how good. That goes for you and everyone else. But I'm going to kill him. And no one else.
Guessing you've had that motivation for years.
I've had that motivation since he killed my sister. Sorry, made me kill my sister. That's about when that started. So, good few years ago.
Just a couple. And I'm guessing no amount of persuasion in telling you that you have my child is going to stop that.
She takes a genuine pause for a moment and thinks it over. Do you really think I'm in danger of that?
Yes.
Fine. I'll think about it. But at the very least, maybe think about if you're worried about me going in and doing it. If you're worried about me going in and doing it, then bring him to me.
Okay, I can do that.
Good. Then I won't be in danger, and I will still get what I want.
Yeah, you get a lot of things you want.
Huh. Well, first time in forever. So.
The first time in
Yeah, you wanted to
forever.
eat me. You didn't quite get that one, did you?
Sadly not.
I mean, holds up his arm.
No, I'm not. You'd be tender, but no, I'm not going to eat you. I'm not going to do that.
All right, then. If your majesty insists.
Bring him to me.
He'll take her knuckles and kiss them. Of course, your highness.
Oh. All right. Now I'm still mad at you. I forgive you, but I'm still mad at you. I'm going to eat this tart. In silence. And she's smiling. She's joking. So we are going to help your friend with their and save their parents, and then possibly head north into the city.
Yeah.
All right. If he does contact me again, maybe I'll get some more details on who exactly these people are. Again, all I know is there is a big brutish one that he is wounded. There is a necromancer, and then a metal bird with completely metal.
Do you mind? What's a necromancer?
Oh, I believe you're actually. This would go against everything you stand for, possibly Mount Death as well. It raises the dead, makes zombies, ghouls. Makes zombies, ghouls, manipulates the dead, which is very against everything. Even I'm not that bad. I eat them.
People can do that?
Yes, and it's not in the way of like it's not in the way of like when you revive someone and they are still themselves. They entirely lose themselves and their soul. It's very immoral. So I mean, honestly, these people sound pretty bad from what I've heard so far. I don't know about all of them though. Those are the only ones I heard of. I might hear about the rest of them later. So.
We're not plotting.
No, of course not. Of course.
No, they'll just nod along. I'm pretty sure Galliot said something along the lines of he doesn't dwell in that magic and didn't want to tell me much about it.
That's probably for the best. It is quite... It's considered very evil, even though the gods are now gone, at least for now. And even if you don't care about their stuff, it's just kind of wrong, I guess. It would be like if you died and then I raised your body into an undead servant. It would feel kind of wrong.
Well, I mean, yeah, that sounds wrong, but if you want my body that bad...
Listen, listen, shut. Shut. Not here. Wall's too thin. Not here.
Aw.
Whoa!
Isn't there a certain mechanic on their way?
Yes, and I'll say about that time, there's a performance going on, the walk up the stairs, which, by the way, these are some big stairs, Wick. These are some really tall stairs.
Hey, let's say I had to travel through Kingsport. I think I'll
True.
be okay.
Actually, no, that is a very good point. This is a lot of stairs. You're passing people up who are like, oh, they're panting because it's a lot of stairs, and these are soldiers. But you're just power walking your way up the stairs. You're like, like a middle-aged mom in the mall, just power walking up the stairs, and you make your way up to the top, and eventually to the room of. So, go ahead and make me a perception check real quick, Wick.
Will do. I have to turn on my flashlight.
Ah, is it dark?
I put it dark. I don't want it's hot, so I don't want the lights to be on. Let me put it on. Yeah. If things will load kindly, that'd be great. But isn't it being slow? Where's the calculator?
Calculator.
That's a 21.
Oh, with the 21, then you do kind of you start to pass Zernus's room and don't hear anything, and then you get towards Soraya's room and you do hear them talking inside. I'll say you kind of hear the tail end of this conversation here of
if you want my body that bad.
If you want my body that bad, she's like, no, it's bad. And that's about what you hear. And so, yeah, that's that. Door is closed.
Great. I guess I could just knock. Wick's just gonna lightly knock on the door.
Okay, so from the inside, Zernus and then Soraya as well, here's a light knock on the door.
He's gonna look at it, look at her.
She's gonna get up, take a chomp out of the tart, and then open the door. Oh,
It's
hello.
just like, hello. Hi.
Oh, sorry, Zernus is here. Do you want to come in?
Oh, yes.
Yeah, with red smeared across your face.
Oh, God.
Come in.
Of course, thank you. I feel like I'm gonna die, but that's okay.
Yeah,
you'll get used to it eventually.
Good times. She'll just politely close the door. And says, did you guys need a moment, or is it okay if I stay?
Oh. Uh, I don't know, but well, I would like
For
to
those
talk
that-
in Xerneas with private. Shh.
Oh, you want to
Gosh,
talk
I'm
in
a nervous wreck behind the scenes.
You're okay. You're fine. You got this. You said you do want some privacy. That's fine. You guys just take the room. I'll be probably out in the hall
We
people
can-
watching.
Hang on, wait. Cute, but also wait. This is your room. We can just live.
Oh
Oh,
no,
Yes,
elsewhere.
we
I'm
can.
gonna go people watch. Enjoy the room.
Okay. Can you go people watch Galliard?
People. Yeah,
Maybe Galliard. The tart's good, but I need something else. And she's gonna go walk off.
Oh.
Hi, Wick. Might I
Hello.
help you?
I wanted to ask how you were feeling, but I think you're feeling quite great with the whole body thing.
Oh no, that's awful. She was gonna kill me and then use my body as a zombie.
I've never felt more fear in my life, but you know, great.
Yeah, she's my
great
fiance.
thing.
So, I don't know.
Hey, you chose her.
Yes, I did. Do I regret it? Not one bit.
Of course. I wanted to ask how you were feeling after the little debacle from yesterday, I believe.
You want my honest answer?
Yes. That's what I kind of came up here for. I feel like it'd be pointless if I didn't want your honest answer.
I didn't feel great. I still want that goddamn knife.
Why?
I don't know, it fit in my hand. I just maybe it's just the fear and stupid. And I don't like things being taken from me. But I don't really want it, you know? It's just kind of background thought.
What was that last bit?
I don't, really want it. It's just kind of a back in the head thought. There's a lot of ways.
Okay, that's fine. Okay, thank you. Sorry, my brother was chatting with me. But I Wake's gonna look at him with like a look of skepticism, as she's just like, I don't really see you having any reason. I mean, in just having it for the sake of having it seems.
I didn't. It felt good to use.
Says every person who descended into madness ever.
Hey, I know it's not great. My headache's going away, but still, it was really, really fun to use.
And I think that's where you lie in your own greed.
Hey, look, I don't get that many powerful things. My sword's busted. It doesn't even go back into its pen. If my father finds out, I'm getting skinned.
Why don't you just give it
You
to
get-
me?
I tried, and then you didn't do anything with it, so I took it back.
Well, fair enough. You've been
You-
traveling and trying to fight other things.
Look, right, you get your guns, Galliard gets his staff, Maldet gets his wings, Drawson has his magic, so does Galliard. And Kingsley's just better.
Better? How? What? What are you on about?
I do nothing for this team. I stand there, I take a few hits, maybe slash a few times, but compared to everyone, it's a meat
Is
bag.
Is that how you really see yourself within our group?
Yeah.
It's honestly a shame. I like to think of it as more we are a machine in total. We can't work without the other. Oh, I'm sorry, internet's dying a little bit.
Oh no.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm losing my voice. We are never, ever together. I'm just trying to calm down. But looks like, I mean, we're all vital in some way, shape, or form to this team. We all have something to offer. Even
I'm a walking carrier for the rat. The rat does more things than I.
Zornas, I'm pretty sure we maybe, just maybe, might have suffered a few blows. But again, you're vital, regardless.
The only reason he started playing was because I paid him to.
What do you paid the rat to play why? If you don't mind me asking. Might as well be honest
Okay.
now.
Okay. Fine. And he'll hold out his pinky. Pinky, promise you won't tell anyone else. Please.
Yeah. Pinky promise.
That is not. Why should I trust you at all?
Have I ever told anything else besides yelling? Let's be real.
Well, to be fair, I don't tell you many things.
Exactly. So, pinky promise, I guess. She'll gently take his finger, pinky.
He squeezes it.
Hmm.
And just sighs, rubbing his face. I may have thought of a plan that went really smoothly to get a certain thing back.
Are you... Zernis, you...
Look, right? It was a pretty good plan considering I thought of it, and it went well. I just didn't have the right ingredient to finish it.
I'm not saying that, but I'm kind of relieved that you didn't get the dagger, regardless.
But still, I got Galliard to distract the main two, and Kingsley and Josh, and I got the rat to distract everyone else, and then I was gonna have a small chat with Mundungus, but that'll come for a later day.
Looks gonna take a big breath, and she just crosses her arms and looks at him with like this blank look. She's like, really?
Hey, cut me some slack. That was smart.
I will admit that's very smart, but I will be frank with you, Zernos. That dagger will be nothing but a burden at your side. And a
Yes, I
reminder.
know. Soraya's told me, Kingsley's told me, you've told me.
So listen to them, as you're doing now, as I'm listening to you talk about these things. Granted, I would have taken that dagger if I had the chance, but...
Yeah, no, you're no better than me, then!
I know what I'm gonna do with it, and it's not for my own intended use.
Oh, yeah, what are you going to do with it, then?
I would have sold it to the highest bidder.
What the fuck?
Someone else could have it. I can care less, to be frank. It's money at the end of the day.
Almost as bad as Galliard with being bought.
With being bought, that's my own choice.
Yeah. What are your morals again?
Why do you need to know what my morals are when I simply help when I can?
Oh, I'd love to get to know a friend who would do nothing to harm her friends.
Friend, if I am, trying to make a point, I wouldn't have sold it here with you guys, maybe somewhere in the far future.
Okay, so you would have sold it to, Varys Mullane.
If you paid enough, I might.
I swear to God, Wick, I will strangle you here right now.
You can strangle me all you want, sir, but I'm being honest. Highest bidder, money pays.
I would
good with
like to roll an intimidation check as I slam the desk and stand up in front of her.
I mean, okay. Here's what I will say. I don't like intimidation checks versus other PCs. So what I will say, Zernus does that, and Wick reacts accordingly. Because persuasion and stuff, I can get behind in lying. But intimidation, I've had that happen in a campaign before. It did not go well. So I'm not going to take that risk.
I imagine so. It's okay. I get it.
So you do that. You slam on the table. Continue from there.
Wick would look at him. Oh, sorry, continue.
Oh no, just red knuckles, fist on the desk, towering over you. You know, you like your normal men that you draw.
Yeah. Okay, sorry. Wick's gonna look at him up and down and like puts her hands on her hips and then a palm to the table, and is like, "Really?"
No, he would use that against Soraya, right? You were to give him that just because he gave you a couple of pieces of gold. He would have taken away my fiance, my child, and everything I would have known. And you're treating it like it's nothing.
I care about Soraya, but I wouldn't, want her to be there present. I feel like also you wouldn't want her to be there if I were to make a deal with him.
You're not making a deal with Varys.
But I admit, I won't because I care about you guys.
No, wait, I'll tell you now. You're going to help me rip that man limb from limb for whatever the fuck he has left, and we're going to drag him to Soraya's feet. Understood?
Oh, how much pain then?
Do you want to keep your soul?
Do you want to give me money or not to help you with this?
I thought you were a friend of Soraya's.
I am. I'm a friend of hers. I'm an
Soraya.
acquaintance to you.
Then you will do this for Soraya.
Yeah, but can I have a bit of cash? It won't hurt. Look. Okay, right. Hold on, I got something. It's stupid. I don't know if it works. But seeing as I guess Stern was the only one who's seen this out of like she's gonna I hate myself. Wick's gonna use her changeling abilities because I forget she even has that as a changeling.
Hell yeah.
And she's gonna change into Soraya in front of Zernus. And she looks at him like, I am doing this for her, but I'm also doing it for you. So, pay up. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
No. You know the one cat loading sign? That's Zernez. You see him physically stumble back, and he's like against the wall, looking at her. It's like there's a lot of things going through his brain, none of which are good. It almost reminds him of a time in Kingsport in a long forgotten timeline.
Okay.
You're Soraya? What? But you just left.
But, I mean, I get to look at you. I get to see everything I want to see. But for me, she transforms back into Wick. It's part of my skill.
That's a skill of yours? I thought I was lucid dreaming.
Did you really think me changing into you was lucid dreaming?
I mean, yeah, you didn't look as hot as me. Like,
Is it okay if she changes into him?
Yeah.
What the?
She changes into him. Well, I mean, these guns show a lot more than just power.
Oh my god, do I sound like that?
Yeah. She changes back.
What? Why haven't you used this before? You can just do that?
No one ever asked me, honestly.
No. What the hell are you?
She. Can I? Is it okay if I flavor it up? I feel bad for taking the screen time. I'm sorry.
You're fine. I mean, other people got some time, so like I'm giving all of you time. That's what this session is you guys just having stuff that you want to do. I will say, I think at this time it's actually a good time to take a break, and then when we get back,
Yeah.
we're gonna hop over to Maldet. I want to see what you've been up to. We'll do that once we come
Yeah.
back from the break. If you got to use the restroom, get drinks, whatever you got to do, now is the time. So we are gonna pause stream there as well. And we're back. So Maldet, what are you doing?
Well, I was in the kitchen. I really didn't go down to eat with the group. I just stayed prepping food for the next day, cleaning, that sort of stuff.
Okay. Let me see here. Do me a favor. Go ahead and just make a. Do you have chef's tools as part of your proficiency?
No, but I figured somebody here had something that I could use.
They definitely have the equipment. It's more so if you had the proficiency or not. I'll say go ahead, just make
No.
me a dex check.
Solid?
Yeah, just a
Very
solid dex
solid.
check. Flat dex check.
Open, you freaking. Thank you. It's 19.
19? Okay. That is pretty solid. And so you're prepping the food, and it's going to be actually decently good food using what you had created and some of what you found among rations. You're able to actually prep some pretty decent food for the next day using what you are able to find on board. So that's good. That sort of stuff, they do have those ice chests, so some of it that might need kept cold, you're able to kind of put that in there so it won't go bad. Well, it'll stay good. Um, they also have these, and it actually uses sort of like you're told by the people in the kitchen, because there are a few people in there now. You're told that like it uses the radiant heat created by the engine. There are they just call them like hot boxes. They're just these big. They kind of look like ovens, with doors on them, and you can just put stuff in there, and it'll stay warm, really for as long as you need it to, but it won't overcook it. It might dry out a little bit, but like not too bad.
Sick.
So yeah, um, you got food. Anything else you'd like to do?
I could hear all the commotion, right?
Oh yeah, the music and all of that. You would have heard that loud and clear, and you would have had a concert to yourself, if a little bit muffled.
Sounds pretty nice, pretty comforting.
Mm-hmm.
Seeing everybody is getting along and nobody's at anybody's throats at the moment.
At the moment.
I think I'd just be wandering around. Really, I wouldn't like curious, but at the same time not really curious. Just looking at what everybody else is doing. You know what this whole vehicle has, that sort of stuff.
Okay. Um, I'll kind of give you a little bit of an idea. So there are, of course, the places where people stay, some barrack style. Then you guys also have your own. There is a small little armory. Most of the stuff in the armory is just standard swords, shields, and armor. It seems like this is whatever they could scrounge together. Most of the more advanced weaponry, like firearms, are on the soldiers themselves, and they only had enough for themselves, either because that's all that was available or that's all they brought. There is some spare ammunition for their specific weaponry. Um, there are some crossbows. Nothing looks particularly good. It seems like it's just a lot of stuff they brought with them from various locations. Um, there's also so there's also a sort of like recreation room with some various tables, uh, bookshelves. Most of those empty, however, but with a few books here and there. Um, it seems to just be kind of like a rest area, like a break room of a sort. There's of course the engine rooms and the sort of like repair bays. There's the large common area. You also do end up walking by at one point, walking by There it is. You end up walking by the the gun range, where at this point you would see there's Drawson, Kingsley, and Galliard practicing things, and I'd say probably about the time you walk by is about when there's the commotion of like, oh my god, you got it, oh that's great, and like you kind of walk by as you watch the thing explode, and then that happens. So that's pretty cool. And then of course there is also the top deck, the sort of roof area with the large barreled thing, which you kind of look at it and you go, oh yeah, that's a really big gun. You're not sure if it works, and it's like it takes up the majority of the roof on this large vehicle. So it's not like a gun you could hold in your hands unless you were the size of a giant or a titan, but like it's some form of large cannon mounted on the top. Whether or not it works, you're unsure, but it is there. And then the rest of the roof is sort of just railings so you don't fall off and other things. Actually, Maldet, what's your passive perception real quick for me?
Does 18?
18? So looking kind of off the side, you're currently in more of a plains area. You don't really see anything to be alarmed about. You do note, though, that the streaks of light that had been in the sky for the past day are gone. Whether for better or worse, they are gone. The streaks of light that had come from the moon. So those are gone. So that could be concerning, but you're not really sure what they were in the first place. But just something you kind of clock as you're up there. You do also, as you're up on the top here, you do note that the ground here is very rocky, or not rocky, but it's very not super flat. But the suspension on this thing is fantastic. So you don't really feel it. You just kind of see the wheels like rising and falling as it goes across the ground. But yeah. So you kind of walk around a bit, you see some things. There are some other small things here and there. There seems to be a medical bay. Two, in fact, one on each side of the vehicle, like one in the lower back and one in the upper front. Yeah, that's really the only things of note. Is there anything you might have been looking for, or just walking around?
Just walking around, pondering.
Okay.
Closer to. How far are we from our destination?
You are, let me double check here. I'm going to say at this point, with the little bit of travel that had already been done and now, and the speed at which you're going, kind of asking around, it'll be about 2 days until you are, so let me specify, 2 days until you need to stop and get off, because this thing would draw too much attention. At that point, it'll be about another day on foot to the approximate location, because you only really know the Farbane Woods to be where you're going. You don't know of any specific location. So till the edge of the Farbane Woods, 2 on the vehicle, 1 on foot days.
Could I cast sending to Kingsley's parents?
Sure. Which one do you want to cast it on, the father or the mother?
The father.
Okay. And well, in this timeline, I don't believe. Oh no, sorry, ignore me. Yes. So you cast it, and what do you say?
Mr. Grimm, just wanting to let you know we are on our way with Kingsley to rescue y'all.
Okay.
Are you okay?
Oh, are you okay? So you send your message, and a moment goes by, and there is a little bit of interference, it seems, for some reason. It's almost like there's static as the words come through. We are okay. Please hurry. We don't know what they're going to do. We should be okay, though. How far away are you? How many days?
And after many is the
Okay.
cutoff of 25.
Yeah. He ain't a spellcaster. He don't know how many words he's got. So how many, and that's what you hear.
But I got the how far out are you, right?
How far out are you, and then how many, like, something. How many something?
Cast another spell. Sending about 3 to 4 days, depending on if we run into any troubles. 4 days tops, but we should be there within 3.
A little more interference this time than the last time, but you can still just barely make out the words. I think they might be blocking signal somehow. But I heard you. We will try to outlast them. We won't talk. Okay. So that is what you get back in response. And again, this interference, it's weird. And the only time you'd really ever would have heard something similar was if you were using one of the, like, before you could have cast Sending as a spell, but they had in the military these sort of like radios, and it acted like using the Sending spell, and in fact used the Sending spell as sort of like a way of doing it, an enchantment. And it would amplify that spell out and cast it for people that could not cast it themselves. The trick is that they always had this little bit of static interference, and that's what this sounds like, similar to that, except for the fact that that shouldn't be there because you're using a spell. So it's a little weird. Something might, as was stated, might be jamming it somehow or blocking it partially.
Hey, keep that mental note. So many things are happening too fast. I just go into my room and call it a day.
Okay. Wrap up the day there. Okay. Kingsley, you had wanted to speak to someone. Maldet went in the room. And then you said the other person was Wick you might want to speak to?
Probably gonna try Wick since Maldet seems to be his antisocial self.
That's fair.
Not antisocial, just dealing with everything.
A lot going on.
I'm trying
That's
to
fair.
drink raspberry.
Kingsley views you as antisocial because he's the exact opposite.
In comparison.
In comparison, fair.
My first ever drink was actually pretty good.
Oh, good. All right. So at this point, Wick would be where?
I mean, would I still not be? I probably would have maybe left the Zernus because I mean,
Hey, now what the hell? No, come back. I need to talk to you about that because no one else is gonna believe me.
She looks at him like, huh, right? Yeah. Funny.
What do you mean? No, wait. Everyone needs to know this. This would be so useful.
Now you see, whilst I would just love for everyone to know, I would like to keep that among myself and you for now.
Why? Why is it me? Why is it the rat? Why is it me? Why is it you? Why do I know things that others don't?
Because for now, Zernus, we have a deal. And I would prefer you not to spill the secrets of me being a creature of unknown origin. I am kidding.
We have a
Changeling.
deal.
Yes. I'll help you get, Soraya's dad. And then we'll, be on our merry way. Then you can spill the beans as much as you want.
That wasn't a deal. That was a command.
Oh, you think I follow orders from you? Hilarious.
Mm.
It's a deal, not a command.
I'll tell Soraya that you tried to make moves on me.
Like, she's gonna believe you. Look at me. Do I look like the one to make moves on someone?
He'll look you up and down silently.
She just, okay, quickly take a step closer to him. It's just like, we have a deal. That is it. And I don't know how emulate, because I'm stupid, but she'll be like, I'm only doing this for Soraya, so it's a deal. Now, I'm gonna go. You get to know my little secret, and I get to go home free. We'll see you around.
Fine. I need a nap.
And Wick leaves through the door.
Soraya's bed.
Okay. So you lay down in the bed, and Wick, when you walk outside, Soraya looks to just be walking back. Oh, hello.
Oh, hi.
Some interesting people out there, I would say, if there were any. Yeah,
A
that's all right.
shame.
And she goes into the room, stops in the doorway, sighs, and walks in. But it's not like a sigh of disappointment. It's more of a sigh of, all right, I'll come lay down too.
Yeah, that's fair.
And then you go out, and I'll say, Kingsley, about this point, you would have finished up what you were doing, and you were actually out looking for someone specific. And so you walk into the area, and you see Wick in the hallway, looks to have just been leaving one of the rooms.
Just the person I was looking for. Wick.
Yes. Hi, Kingsley. Hello.
So, I had an idea, a question, but I'm not sure if it's possible.
Well, I may have a plausible answer for you. What's your question?
So, Zernus's dog, right?
Yeah.
That collar he has?
Mm-hmm.
Lets him talk a little bit.
Right. Yes. Where's it going?
He's gonna hold out Mundungus.
Oh.
I don't know if it will work. I don't know how intelligent he actually is. But maybe we could try?
Hey, I mean, I'm down for a little bit of an experimentation. So, let's go for it. Why not? I have nothing better to do rather than that.
You're not robbing Sock, are you?
No. Not, no. I don't think we are we?
No.
Do we
Just
not
want something
remember?
similar, not actually steal it from Sock. Sock deserves that collar.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
would be kind of sad if I were to steal that collar. Like, that feels like a dick move in general.
Do we not
No.
remember putting that collar on Mundungus and the sound of the void came through?
Nope.
I'm
I
pretty
don't
sure.
remember that.
I certainly
wasn't
do.
there.
That was horrifying. But okay.
I don't think Kingsley was there for that. I think that was entirely on you guys.
I'll be honest, that's been a while. I don't really remember it either, but that's just my memory. I probably happened. I just don't remember it.
Yeah.
Apparently, Mundungus was. I don't know what the specific words were, but Mundungus was worse than Sock, and the only noise that came through the collar was the sound of the screaming void.
Ooh.
Huh. No, that sounds about right. That's about how I would have
Yeah.
described it now.
Sounds about right. But
Well, we could try. I would like to attempt. I don't mind.
Who knows? Maybe he's smarter now.
Maybe a theory posing he ate the dagger and he might gain intelligence. Whoa, big ass idea. I'm kidding, but you know, I would try. I would definitely try. So, where do you want to go to do this? Sounds like a great.
I don't know. Maybe you've got equipment and stuff in your room, right?
Yeah, plenty.
Yes. We'll go there then, because, gonna be honest, mine and Drasan's room is kind of bare bones. Not much there.
Well, I'll be sure to try to figure something out. Let's go. And we'll start walking towards her room.
No, follow.
She's just
Okay.
like, tiefling.
No.
Yes. So, you know, what's up?
Wasn't that Zernus in Soraya's room?
Yeah, I had to talk with him privately about some things.
Ah,
She's just smiling to herself, like just, I love it. But
That's not suspicious.
she's just smiling. She's just enjoying her time as she opens the door to her bedroom to Kingsley.
he'll go in, set Mungdungus on the floor after the fact, and take a seat.
You could just kind of see
Probably
Tick.
also on the floor.
Yeah, Tick's like waddles over, offering just a little sweet on the ground before walking back to his recharge station in the bag. And she enters her room and closes the door. It's like, okay, oh, let's just try to get a collar properly on this guy. See what I can wind up with.
All right. Go ahead, Wick. So, are you looking for something pre-made that you might already have, or do you want to try to make something in terms of like the color itself?
I let me check her inventory real quick because I really don't think she has anything pre-made for this specific scenario, unless she does, unironically, but
I mean, hey, that's what I'm asking because there's a chance. Who knows? Maybe you have small cat collar.
I don't, sadly. I wish I did.
That's fair.
But no.
Go ahead in that case. Just make me a. You don't have. What do you want to make the collar out of? Let me ask that. What's the base material? Are you using leather, cloth? What are you thinking?
Well, seeing as it has to sustain rather well, I would say leather, if possible.
Okay. Do you happen to have leather workers tools? If
Let
you
me
don't, you
quickly
can
take
still
a-
do it. It'll just make it easier if you do.
I don't have it, sadly. I have like thieves and smith and wood carver tools, but nothing of like that kind of tool, sadly.
Okay. Well, then just go ahead for me and make a dexterity check. So d20 plus your dex modifier.
Yeah, I will do that. Okay. Where's my dex modifier? Is it? Yeah. It's a 20. I don't think it's natural, but it's a 20.
That's okay. A radioactive 20. No, sorry, genetically modified 20 is just fine. So with that, you're able to fashion a collar that will fit Mugdungus well, and you think will actually hold up pretty well under the stress and strain of the adventuring life. You're able to make one that'll fit pretty well. Yes, Kyle. Okay, sounds good. So you're able to make that, and how do you go about doing the rest of it? What is your goal here?
Well, Kingsley said that he wanted some form of communication with Mundungus. And I don't have like spare things that can, besides like, Morse code or something or tick to communicate for me. And seeing as I already have an alternative, I could just use part of my necklace to help out Mundungus.
Okay.
Logic.
You could definitely try. There is a risk, though, using part of the necklace, because with a magic item, usually it is the whole item that serves the purpose. There is a risk you could damage it, and it
That
no
is
longer
what I'm worried
functions.
about. I am
So,
worried for
you could attempt to do so, and I would give you two options here. You could either
right.
make just an Arcana check. Actually, no. Here's what I want you to do.
Mhm.
There is no risk with what I'm about to ask you to do. Make an
Right.
Arcana check. What this will determine is how high the DC is for your next check to attempt to do that, if that's what you want to do.
Yeah. Arcana check. Oh, okay. That would be a 16 because I
16.
got 10. Yeah.
Okay. So you start to investigate this necklace that you have and kind of figuring out the magical makeup as well as just the physical makeup of it, finding out, okay, what parts are sufficiently magically infused while still being easier to remove without breaking it. And you do find a part of it that you think you can remove and it be okay. It still function while also giving some function to this item. So
Right.
you think that might work. And what so you haven't taken the part off. How do you
Mhm.
want to try to do that? What tools or skill do you want to use to try to remove it?
Let me quickly check my tools in general
And for
because
reference, this thing is made
yeah.
of like stone. Um,
Ooh,
However, I will say Tinker's tools are not just like metal tinkering. It also that would include any kind of tinkering. So that may influence your decision.
yeah, I was gonna say because I was looking at Smith tools and I'm like, no, but Tinker's tools possibly because I do have that on me. So
Okay.
I'll use tinkering tools to help me get the piece that I need from this
And
necklace.
do you have proficiency in those? I believe you do as artificer automatically.
Yes, I do.
Okay, so go ahead and it'll be a dexterity check adding proficiency, because that's what you'd be using for this.
Oh, okay. Proficiency in dex. So just add my +4 to the thing, right? I keep forgetting.
I don't know what's on your stat block, or your stat sheet, but like yeah, so add dex, your dexterity modifier, and then also add whatever your proficiency is on top of what you
All right.
rolled.
Let me quickly check my proficiency. If it will allow me to. Where is it? If you can, please, Lord help me. Seriously, I hate D&D Beyond for this because I can't find it. Where the fuck is
Yeah.
it?
No, I get it. Hey, listen, I will always praise paper sheets for that exact reason. But I understand people wanting to use online. They are handy and you have them at all times, but personal
If I ever,
preference.
yeah, I seriously am trying to find it. Shit, where did it go?
Yeah, if I knew D&D Beyond, I'd be of more help. I just don't know D&D Beyond at all.
I think I might need. I think I might need help with this. Oh, I'm dumb. No, I found it.
You found
Just
it?
3.
Okay.
Yeah, it's supposed. So let me do the math real quick because. So it's that plus my modifier for Dex plus the proficiency bonus.
Yeah,
Correct?
whatever you rolled plus proficiency plus dex.
That is a 26.
26.
Girlie knows her
Okay.
shit.
Yeah.
Girlie knows her shit.
So you are an avid tinkerer, and specifically as an artificer, what you deal in is not just mechanical stuff, but arcane stuff as well. That is what artificers do. And so you sit down with this item that you've worn and has been of great help to you. And there is that bit of worry because if you mess this up, not only do you not get what you're wanting from Untungus, but you
Right.
also lose this part of the item.
Yeah.
Or this this item for you.
Yeah.
And so with that little bit, your hand a little bit shaky, but then you steady it. You support your hands on it, you steady your hands, you get in there and you just carefully etch and pry that piece away. And as far as you know, the necklace still works and that piece is still enchanted. And you take a good look at it and you are almost positive that both will work. Do you attach the piece to the collar?
Yes, because I feel like we could have made like a little special spot for it just in case. So like it's like let's say it's a collar with a little locket, so she'd put it in the little
Aw.
mini locket. Yeah.
Okay. And so you put it in the locket, and you almost can see the arcane energy diffuse throughout the collar from the tiny piece, kind of infusing the entire collar as a whole. And as far as you know, it works. But the only thing left to do is test it.
Wick will look at Kingsley and is like, "You ready to try it out?"
Yeah. He'll hold Mungdungus up.
Okay.
Okay.
Do you want to say hello to it? Hi. Hello. So cute.
So it's on it, right? It's
Yeah.
on Mugdungus. And you
It's
say
on.
that you say hello. And
Yeah.
the eye kind of like turns in your direction, one of them independently of the other, and focuses on you, on Wick.
Right.
And you do hear a word. Cherry.
Aww.
Cherry.
Is this what he can? Hi. This Jerry.
No. Cherry.
Oh.
Pie.
Oh.
And then the head turns toward Kingsley. Like, Kingsley, you're basically holding from behind, right?
Mm-hmm.
So his back's facing you. Head turns almost 180 and looks in your direction. Kind of doing the cat thing where they like turn it slightly and look at you. Cherry.
Just gonna kind of move him close, hold him, pat him. I don't have any of that.
Bastard man.
Whoa. I guess it works really well. Holy cow.
I wasn't sure if I would expect him to be incapable, but I didn't expect him to curse me out.
We need to add a beeper to the collar. So you just hit beep from Mundungus.
I mean,
no, it's funnier if he were just to let a long line of curses out.
I'm a bit surprised myself that it actually worked, but thank God for my skill set. God damn it.
And he's gonna set him down. Good cat.
The eyes go back to being unfocused, and you slowly start to hear building from nothing up till like not super loud. It's like normal volume for like a conversation. It starts to build this as just the sound of the void takes over.
Oh.
Huh.
Well, I mean, we can simply try to turn it off if we don't want to hear the void. Maybe. But for temporary uses.
That would be nice, because I can't sleep with that.
Okay, she like pulls out her tinker's tools and does a bit of adjustments just in case.
Okay.
She's okay with it.
And so yeah, you were able to do so. So are you just kind of like temporarily shutting it off?
Temporarily, yes, but I imagine there'd be a mechanism later on that that Kingsley would be having access to because it's Mundungus.
For sure. I mean, I will say with the rolls, the high ass rolls you got, you could, because that thing's just in a locket. If you just remove the piece from the locket, it would render the collar inert until you put the piece back in. So that is kind of your off switch for right now.
Yeah, that's very true. But okay, can she give Kingsley like a little mini pouch for that to go into, and is like, just in case, please don't lose this because I don't know if I can get this another time. I trust you with it here.
I will not lose it. But he's gonna take it, kind of pocket it. That's not really the reason I wanted to talk to you.
Oh.
Just kind of getting away from some other people.
Okay, that's completely fine. What did you need?
And he's gonna start taking his shirt off.
Wow! This is new. This is new from you of all people.
It is new. There is something new, and I don't know what to do about it. And he's gonna show on his chest, around where the heart normally is. And I'm gonna send a picture in our chat.
Please, I need to see what the fuck is happening. This is
Excuse the old art. there's almost this void with almost tendrils coming from it, kind of like Gale from Baldur's Gate, but there are also symbols around it.
So you think I can? This is the wish. Just like shit. Okay. Whoa. All right. What the fuck is that? Jesus Christ.
So even you don't know.
I can try to make sure if some. Can I roll Arcana to see what the fuck it is? Maybe.
Please do.
Right. Look, for the love of God, don't fail me now. You have a +6 to that Arcana, baby. Shit. You're gonna go right. Math hurts. That's only an 8. She
An 8.
genuinely doesn't know what the fuck it is.
And
Yeah.
you've never seen anything like this. You're looking at it and you just don't know what to make heads or tails of it with. Maybe it's the abs right below it, but you just can't really figure out what it is.
She cocks her head to the side and is like, now that is something I have never fucking seen before, dude. Where did you get this from? Did it just grow on you? Like, she's actually intrigued, but like, holy cow.
It's a decently recent development.
How recent?
Like in the last day.
And have you told anyone else about this?
No.
Oh god, okay, lovely.
It was either gonna be you or Maldet, but Maldet seemed really busy mentally, and I didn't feel like bothering.
I feel like as a cleric, wouldn't he have more knowledge? I'm scared. Okay, I'm scared. But this is very new. I genuinely don't know where the fuck this came from. Did they have any side effects so far? Do you feel okay?
I don't feel any different.
So it's just okay. I don't think I have anything that could like even make a reference of this. Do I? No, I don't think I do. No, this is so new. Okay.
So new. Yeah, I don't really have any idea with that roll. Not really knowing. I mean, you could. I would say you could roll a history check maybe if you want to see if you have heard of anything.
I could definitely try at the very least because any help is a good help. Okay, let me check my history for this. Oh, I keep the calculator. My beloved, come back. That's only a 14, so I don't think it's gonna be that big of a difference.
I'll say with a 14, it is definitely higher. And so what I can give you is tattoos can, which is kind of what this appears like. It is sort of like a tattoo on the skin. Can have lots of different meanings, but usually people go out and get those. They don't usually just appear. It could potentially be something curse related, but you don't know of any kind of like curses that would have happened recently, given the fact that you've been on, like, you know, said it was within the last day and you guys have been on this thing for the last day. So it just, that wouldn't really make sense.
She just look at him with just like a mix of shock and confusion. She's like, I don't know if you got yourself like a new tattoo job or anything, but like this clearly is not it. This isn't what I think it is. I have no clue.
I haven't. I can say that.
Yeah.
He's gonna pick up Mungdungus. He's gonna kind of look at him. If you do something, I'll give you a treat.
The one eye is going to focus on you and just kind of look at you.
You know Maldet, yeah?
There's no reaction, but you feel recognition.
I'm gonna set him down. Kind of open the door enough for Mungdungus to leave. Go get Maldet. Bring him here.
Hold on, I need to do a thing. For the sake of knowing if he does in fact know what you're saying, or at least understand what you're trying to ask him to do.
If you're trying to do an intelligence, he has a -4.
Yeah. So you put him in the doorway. He starts going down the hall.
Oh,
in the wrong direction.
oh no.
That was a 1 minus 3.
Oh god.
So he does, and then he kind of like walks halfway down the hall the wrong direction and flops. Just like, not even like starts lowering himself down. Like, Connor, you're the only one here who gets this, but it's like Norman just walking, and falls over.
Oh.
That's what my parents' fat cat does. He doesn't lower himself down. He just falls.
So, how's it going?
He's just laying in the middle of the hallway and didn't even go the right direction.
Maybe
But-
we should just go to Malden ourselves.
Yeah.
Put on a shirt, please. For the love of God, your abs are glistening in the light, but shit. Go.
Listen, I know the spots make it look lighter, but it's not that bad.
I'm not saying it's bad. I'm just saying put on a shirt before my eyes see God itself. Please.
He's gonna half put on a shirt where it's like open still in the middle, but like it's on him at least.
She's just like, that'll do. Let's just get Mundungus and let's go.
Yeah, he'll go grab Mundungus and start walking the opposite direction to go find Maldette.
Should follow him. My brain keeps reminding me of how short Wick is, so I just remember that like she's just following behind this tall ass tiefling.
Yeah, he do
Yeah.
be tall.
He do be tall.
Okay. Sorry, I'm checking a thing. There we go. I was looking for a specific picture for a description that I need to do after this. So anyway, you guys grab Mundungus and go back towards Maldette's room. Door
Yes.
is closed. What do?
Knocks on it.
Knocks on the door. Maldette, you hear a knock on your door, which I believe you might have been sleeping. I don't know. But if you are awake now by the sound of a knock.
I was not asleep.
Perfect. Knock, knock, knock.
So it's just knocking?
Yep, you just hear
But
the
I hear-
sound of knocking.
Yes.
You mind if we have a talk?
Oh god.
Yeah, come on in.
Yay!
And he'll open the door, let Wick in first, and then enter after.
Oh, you meant we as in several people. Oh, okay.
Hello.
Wick's coming along for the ride because she's also seen things now.
It sounds like
I mean,
horrible, but
aren't we- that's just the thing with this party. We're all seeing things, we're all hearing things, or one or the other, or both at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
fair enough. But I mean, this guy with abs right now, this tiefling, has this to show, and she just kind of reveals the tattoo thing, the stuff.
What is it?
I have no fucking clue.
Again, basically, it's like this almost void look on the chest, has almost tendrils coming from it with symbols that are along those tendrils. And if you look in art, you can actually see an example of this. Excuse the old art.
What's this?
I don't know.
Motioning to Kingsley.
Don't know. That's why I'm here. I was
Wondering if
hoping maybe you did.
maybe.
I mean, do I? Does it look does it look familiar? Are there runes? Are there like something? I don't.
Make me an Arcana check.
Yay! Something I'm not proficient in, but hey, maybe rolling will help me.
Yeah.
Man, I really gotta up that.
Mhm.
Yeah, no, I have no clue.
Oh no, what was it?
It was a 7 total.
Okay. Here's what I'll tell you. With a 7, you aren't really sure what this is. But, like, you do kind of look at it and go, this isn't really super arcane, I don't think. Go ahead and make me a religion check.
Ooh.
That's why
Now,
it wasn't really
religion,
pinging anything for you, is because it's
that's a
not
different
arcane.
story. Hold on.
I'm fucking breathing in some misty. Oh, it was.
Yeah.
I'm dying a little bit.
That's 19.
A 19. This is actually. So, this script in particular is runic, but almost in a. I guess the best word is demonic way. It's not infernal. It is not the language infernal. Kingsley would be able to read that. It is almost, and you've kind of briefly heard of this because it was a language used a long time ago among the sort of demonic entities of the world. It is essentially what you could call like an old infernal. It's what infernal was based on as a language. Kingsley, you don't really know it, but you might know a couple characters here or there, but you can't read it. It's like trying to read Latin if you know Greek. It's like so Maldet, you can't quite read it because you don't know the language, but you can tell that's what it is. We'll call it Old Infernal as a sake of giving it a name.
I relay that information.
Okay.
Yeah, I can't read it. It's not a language I understand, but it looks like it may be Old Infernal. You know anything, Kingsley?
Know anything like? I mean, I can't read it. I can read Infernal, but
None of these motioning to your body, none of these look familiar in any way, shape, or form.
no. If it did, I wouldn't be
Wait.
asking.
Wait, wait.
What do you mean, like?
I'm gonna cast Comprehend Languages, see if that works.
Ah,
Ooh.
fascinating. Okay. Comprehend languages. Give me actually just a second. I want to double check it. Yes.
I got a
Yes, Connor.
flashbang. I got a.
One moment. Connor wants to ask me a question. Hold on. Never mind. That does not apply.
It would be gone. But
Shit, give me a second. I'm forgetting part of my own lore. Shit. Give me a second. Hold on. No. Where is it? There it
My
is.
brain's just playing Hellfire in the background right now.
Nice. I'm gonna say. So you cast comprehend languages. It's a little nonsensical because you can read it now, but it's a little nonsensical and it doesn't really make a lot of sense. The words don't really form words, or at least they're not in an order that makes sense. For example, there's like the words cow, tree, the, and then some other words like fire, breath, and that kind of makes sense, but then the last word is shine. And that doesn't really make a lot of sense either, because you don't know of any magic that would really make that make sense. There just kind of is words that don't really go together. So you can read it. It just doesn't make sense.
Yeah, I'll play like a crossword puzzle or something.
I write it down, and as I'm writing it down, I'm like saying it out loud so they hear me say those.
Okay. Sounds good. And so you do so, and now you have that copied down.
When Kingsley, when did this appear?
Within the last day or so.
And within the last day, the moon's been acting crazy. Yay! We love random things.
That is a good point to make. I mean, to be fair. Did you notice anything odd about anything that could have happened that could have potentially influenced this?
Like,
Like maybe someone hit you with, I don't know, a spell or something? I'm not entirely sure. Again,
no. I think so.
Right. Okay. I don't.
Wait. Kingsley, may I? And I like extend a hand out to like touch you on the shoulder.
Go ahead.
I want to try something. I'm gonna. What's the spell called? It's like remove curse, I think is what it's called.
Curse. That is a spell that exists, yeah. Shit. I have to check that again. Why did I close that out? I didn't think I needed it anymore. Alright, where is it? So cast a remove curse. Okay. Based on what I'm looking at here, you go ahead and say again.
I don't know if it works or not. I just want to see what happens.
That's actually what I'm checking here. I'm gonna say you go ahead and cast it, and nothing seems to happen. It doesn't seem to. They don't seem to fade at all. They don't seem to do anything like that. So what I'll say is, as far as you're aware, based on that, this is not a curse, or else it would have been affected. Either that, or if something is causing it to stop. Like something is causing the remove curse to not have an effect. It's one or the other.
Kingsley, you feel any different?
Still no.
No, this is an interesting predicament.
Then this isn't a curse. Or my magic is failing me. Might be both.
I genuinely. Wait, wait, hold on.
Huh?
Is this coming out of your heart? Like, we can see your heart or where it was supposed to be? I misheard that entirely.
It's basically just skin deep, at least that you can tell.
Oh. Wait, put the dagger away. Calm your shit. She had an impulse. She had an intrusive.
The three of you, as you're standing in the room, kind of fawning over this, you start to hear almost like from all of your left and Kingsley your right, based on the thing I have in my head. You start to hear off to the side. Do you look?
Sure.
Yes.
Where there was a wall, there is now a door. In
Whoa.
a very different wall. Very different wall. This is brick, where the one that was there before was just, or the wall was just like kind of wood. And from behind it, you're
Do we go near that?
Are we prepared to fight?
Yeah, I was gonna put my pistol out. I'm like, just in case.
I just grabbed the shotgun from under the bed.
When can Valdette know immediately get the guns out? Like, that's the shit. Get the guns out.
And it's even more alarming because you hear, put your hands up.
Okay. No. Absolutely not. Get that pistol right the fuck out. Oh no.
See, if Valdette was a raver, he would totally understand, but he doesn't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I will say, for reference, because like Zernus and Sarai were a few rooms over, no one else hears this. This is just the three of you that hears this.
Oh my god.
And
We're just so
Kingsley,
lucky.
you hear a little voice in your head. Hey, darling, come to my office.
He's just gonna sit there for a second. Not a moment. Oh, it's starting to make so much sense.
What do you mean?
What?
Sir.
I think I know what it is now.
Is
What
it
is it?
dangerous?
Don't think so.
I'm gonna
He's
still
never
put my
been dangerous. At least not
Hey.
to me.
Who do you
I mean,
mean he?
technically
Who is this
everything
he?
is dangerous. Stop there.
Yeah.
Do you want us to go with you?
That is a question.
I won't stop.
I mean, I'm intrigued, but I'm holding
Man,
my
if only
pistol
I
out for
cast
Joey.
invisibility.
Ooh.
Let's get the music
Aw,
to-
poor rat.
Aw.
Should the rat come
The
join
rat
us?
was to go.
You
No.
want to go get the rat? You go get the rat.
Yeah. Can we get the rat, please?
You want to run
Can we get
down
the
real
rat,
quick,
please?
sprint outside, go get the
Yeah.
rat. Okay.
Yeah.
I'll say you run down. Does anyone else want to go to the rave?
Leak.
I mean, listen,
Okay.
I will say you at least run out, you rush down. And at this point, we'll say there's some other, the song's kind of like coming to an end. And fucking Joseph's like, all right, my hands are getting tired. I can't. And then you just rush down, grab the rat, run back
And she,
upstairs.
Witch just like, I'm so sorry, Joe, so sorry, radioactive purple rat baby, and she just runs up the stairs.
And you get upstairs, and radioactive purple rat, you hear this like bassy music from behind. It's familiar. You've heard music like this before, but it's been so long.
Of course I have.
It's a forgotten art.
She opens the door of Maldet's room and is like, I got the rat.
Okay.
Can I just cast silence in the area so like no sound leaves the room?
Sure, you
Oh,
can
that would
definitely
be a good
cast
idea.
silence there, yeah. Okay.
How do you feel, purple radioactive rat baby? You excited?
I
Sorry, I'm so sorry. She just puts you on
want to go
her.
to the rave.
Whoa, calm down.
That's just me.
Hey,
Oh,
The rave. I need it.
Rat wants to go to the ambiguous music that he kind of remembers.
Yeah.
yeah, she'll just hold him in his arms like a baby holding, like a mom holding your baby. I don't know why.
Okay.
Ainsley, do you want to go first? Do you want us to go first? How do you want to work this out?
Yeah.
I'll go first.
We'll follow
He's
behind.
he's gonna walk in entirely unarmed.
I'm gonna grab my bag of holding, put it around me, put the gun in there, make it seem like I'm unarmed.
Okay.
I mean, I'm gonna go in anyway with the rat and my pistol on my side because I don't trust.
Okay. So, you enter. Kingsley. Yeah? Okay. So you begin to enter, and you immediately would get hit with the shockwaves of sound if it wasn't for the silence. But once you step through the door, even though the silence should extend beyond it, it does not. You step through, and immediately the air gets warmer. And you just see dozens of people all dancing various different ways. You see the stage with people dancing up on that. There are just people. It is party central, and the music is loud. It's banging. It's very loud, and you can barely hear yourself think. But you know what? It's a fucking vibe. And so you start to go in, and Kingsley, you know where to go. So you walk kind of along the left side of the area. Some people come up to you like, hey, come dance with us. But you got places to be. And so you keep walking by. Now, anyone else want to join the party, or do you all stay with Kingsley? Because you all get asked to join too.
Where's the dance floor?
Dance floor is everywhere. Where isn't the dance floor?
Fuck yeah.
And so you get up in there. What about you, Wick? What are you doing? Are you staying with Kingsley, or are you joining the dance?
Like, I had to protect my son. Like, Wick's never been to any of these things, so she's like nervous. She's like, "Whoa, what the fuck is this?"
Yeah.
And she just like looks at the two, Meldet and Kingsley, and she's like, I'm so sorry, and dives into this crowd.
And you dive in, and someone grabs you, sets you down, you start dancing with. It is contagious. It's not like magically contagious, so don't get alarmed.
Right.
That's what I'm saying. But like, it is contagious. The energy, you feel it in your chest. It's just fucking great energy in here. There are people of all types, so there are every race you can think of, every gender you can think of. Everybody is here. You do start to see some demons as time goes on, and Maldette, you kind of, with your roll from earlier and the language you found on Kingsley, start to think you might know where you are.
Oh.
This is a little place called the House of Asmodeus.
Oh. I can
Uh,
remember
Yummy, yummy.
these. Oh shit.
Asmodeus is a fun little guy.
believe
Party,
he's-
drinking. It's all the depravity of you're in hell. Yeah. Half the teaching part goes out. That's funny. Because kinda. It is party central in Asmodeus's domain. All of the most depraved people, because like, there, for the gods, right, there were gods of
Mhm.
entertainment and things like that, and they were all the good sides of it. This is all the bad and most raunchy and terrible. It's great.
Nope.
I
I don't like it. I don't like it.
Wick's just like,
I turn
"This is
around to leave.
fun."
Is the door there?
The door is actually there. It is closed at this point, but it is still there. Do you want to go?
I can't leave. Where's here though?
Wick's just like, this is
It's
very
fucking gone.
fun. Wow. Heck yeah.
I'll
Like,
stay. I will fight my urge to leave, and I'll stay.
Okay, do you stay with Kingsley, or do you go and watch over Wick and the radioactive purple rat? Because those are in
Yeah.
different areas. Who do you stay by?
Oh no!
I mean, Asmodeus.
I think they can both handle themselves. I'll go with.
You never see them. Oh, my head is spinning for some fucking reason. Oh,
Oh,
give me the
okay.
You got too into it.
You're in the
You got
radio.
too into the
Oh,
radio.
no.
do it. Like, no, my whole vision sort of just spinning. I'm just like, whoa.
Oh no. Well, hey.
Drink more water.
Yeah,
Drink some
think-
water.
I
that too.
I'll grab more
Drink water,
Yeah, I'll go grab some
Yeah.
water.
and make sure if you have iron meds, take those.
Yeah.
I don't even know if I have iron meds. I got iron deficiency meds.
That's probably why you need iron meds if you have iron deficiency. Go have some spinach.
Yeah.
go have some spinach or steak. I don't know.
I'll go with Kingsley,
Okay.
but
go with
just
Kingsley.
keep like a mental note of where Wick is.
Okay. So far, Wick and the rat are not in the mosh. So you're good so far. Although I will say, you have it, so the dance floor is down a little bit. Like, yes, the dance floor is everywhere, but the main floor is down a bit. The mosh is toward the front, toward the stage, and I will say, you do see some people getting trampled. So
I got water.
just keep that in mind. Maybe watch over. But they're fine. They're far in the back, so they're okay.
Be trying to find my son. Like, it's the I'm a widow. My son, where did you go, my son?
Yeah. Crunch. That's why I love Nestle Crunch. Ah. Anyway,
My son.
so like I was saying, Kingsley, Maldette, you start going toward a door on the side, and Kingsley, you open the door and walk through, and it gets substantially quieter once you step through this door. And actually, Kingsley, funny enough, you know where to go. Like, you've been here a million times. You've never walked to this path. You've always just appeared in the office. You've never actually walked to this path, but you feel like you know it, like you've been here all your life. So you walk in, you walk to the back. and you reach a door. It's a door like all the other ones, nothing fancy about it, but you open it, and replacing the sort of white and brown hallway that you'd been walking down, very clean but very plain, this office is lavish. There's like a pink bed in the one corner, in with like the whole like drapery and poles kind of thing going on. You've got the very nice cherry wood desk, which carved into the front, or rather engraved into the front, is Asmodeus. There are two chairs in front, one for each of you, and sitting behind the desk, kind of kicked back, head tipped back, is I might change the description a little bit. A blue in skin, very leathery skin entity. Um, Sitting down, it is about as tall as you are, Kingsley. So a bit taller standing. The chair, very nice as well. This sort of black and red leather, or a very dark, I'll say a very like wine red kind of leather. Feet are kicked up, hooves on the ends, sort of that like bent back knee sort of thing going on. Very like goat-like, I guess you could say. Fingertips entirely black, with long razor nails. That's funny. The outfit is sort of a red blazer kind of trailing back over a just white shirt. And is wearing these sort of red to match the coat, very sharp looking, literally sharp at the points and the ends, sunglasses that cover eyes, which you can kind of glance and see are purple in color. And just kind of is leaning back, head tipped back a little bit, eyes open, looks in your direction. Please, take a seat. So kind of you to join me.
He will.
Meldet, what about you?
I will not sit. I will just stand by the door.
Okay.
Keep posing around it.
He looks at you. I can respect anyone who disobeys a crown prince of hell, but okay. Hey, Kings, I'm here for you anyway. So, I was listening, hearing through the grapevine and all that. I heard you were a little confused about my gift, so I thought I should at least give you a little bit of information, all right? So, as you can see, that's from me. Would you have any questions about it? I mean, it gives you a little bit of abilities here and there so that you can better handle yourself in this brave new world we find ourselves in. I just needed to make sure you were able to actually protect yourself and others and do what I asked you to do. Doesn't hurt, does it?
No.
Good. Good. So, questions?
Abilities like what?
So you know some of the things I've given you in the past, enhancing yourself past what the gods, as we found out, gods in air quotes, kind of always knew, but whatever, what they always could do for you. I can do so much more, and now I can do even more. This ties us. It's our bond. Because, you and me, we never signed a contract, really. I just asked you for something. I realized that was kind of an oversight on my part. So now consider this your contract that you literally signed in blood. Which you've technically already agreed to, so I just didn't have you actually have anything in writing yet, so now we do.
I see.
Yeah.
He's just gonna kind of glance back at Meldet to see what he's up to.
So what's Meldet up to, standing by the door?
I'm just standing there listening in, kind of questioning everything.
Okay.
And also, like, you don't know this, but in his head, he's like, he made a contract. Why?
That's in your head, you said?
Yeah.
Okay. So, Yes, that is your contract that we made. Got anything else?
No, it makes sense now.
Oh,
It's not supposed to hurt, is it?
not unless I wanted to.
Hmm.
But hey, I don't know. Some people down here like that.
Mm-hmm.
Although it does get better. It does get better.
On 4.
It does get better over time. So when it comes to what I can give you, eventually you'll be able to do some pretty crazy shit. Although, if you want to take full advantage of it, you would have to drop that pesky little oath you got, you know. You don't have to now, but if you ever want to take full advantage of it, yeah, no.
I think I'll have to pass on that one.
Not many accept. Alas. It's okay.
Unfortunately, my oath's a little too important for that.
Who's your oath to again?
I feel like I shouldn't answer that.
Would Kingsley have thought about who it was?
He's been fucking thinking about Drasan the whole entire time.
He's just gonna
Do you think he
smile.
doesn't?
Let's do just some.
He's gonna smile, he's just gonna nod. Alright. Good to know. You two are good together, by the way. Come on, you think I don't know? How do you thought? What do you think brought you to me in the first place? You remember that night? Such a good night, wouldn't you say?
Not disagreeing.
I didn't think you would. Alright, well, your friends are out there having fun, although I will say one of them's getting dragged into the mosh, so you might want to get back out in there. And Wick, about this point, you've been slowly getting pushed toward the front over time.
Okay.
And I'll say you did find the rat, and you both are vibing, and you've slowly been getting closer and closer to the front, like without even realizing it, until you're 3 rows back from the front, and you're getting bumped into side to side to side. Go ahead and make me a dex save.
My brother.
Oh.
I'm fine. Stop. Take off my Crocs, Swan. My brother's being a bitch.
Okay, you're all good.
Take off my Crocs, please. Take them off. Stop. Stop it. Take off my
I don't
Crocs.
know why that's such a funny thing for me to hear right now. Take off the Crocs.
I'm trying.
Love it.
You should have bought Crocs, I told you. Would have been a good spending money. Respectfully. That is a 12 on my dex save. Sorry.
12 on your dex save. No, you're okay. So you're in there and you're getting pushed forward. You get kind of slammed into, and you are gonna take just purely from getting some body slammed, 3 bludgeoning damage. And it's not anyone like full on hitting you or anything. It's just you are getting pressed in, air's getting thin, and somebody just slams into somebody that slams into you. And you get knocked forward 1 row, so you are now 2 rows from the front. Kingsley, you are in the room and you get told that. What do you do?
Just gonna get up, start going to find Wick.
Okay. Make me perception
Oh, you just
checks.
see his sailor.
Almost.
I'm in the zone.
You're
I'm in the
fucking
zone.
vibing.
This is the most fun I've ever had in my
18.
mortal life.
18, Kingsley. You do see Wick a couple rows from the front, and you from your angle, Wick doesn't see this because a lot of tall people around, you just don't see it. The front row. The people that get to the front row, if they get pushed forward past that, which you are watching them actively, it's not a meat grinder, but there's just this wall of essentially like bouncers trying to shove people back and just cutting them down. Wick is one row behind that one.
How tall is the ceiling?
It's about, I don't know, 60 feet or higher.
Perfect. He's gonna use the wings from the cloak and go grab Wick.
Okay.
Wick's just like, shit!
I'm not even going to make... Well, I am going to make you, Kingsley, make me a dex save because you're flying in, swooping in into a crowd.
I gotta hold my son. If my son gets hurt, I'm gonna cry. No.
We're separated.
Oh, shit, I'm dying.
14.
14. Kingsley,
Oh, no.
you go to grab Wick, and somebody just moves right in front of you at the last second. And you slam into them. Both of you are going to take 2 damage, 2 bludgeoning, both you and the guy you slam into. And he turns to you, he's like, hey, what the fuck you doing? And you are now in the mosh too.
Oh, no.
Just gonna.
I feel like Wick's
Can
too
I
dumb to notice. Yeah.
use thaumaturgy to yell at Wick that there is a meat grinder at the very front to
Okay.
not get caught.
Okay, so you yell that out, Wick. You do hear it. It's very faint. You barely hear it over the music, which, as close as you are, is loud as fuck. But you barely hear the voice of Maldet saying that there's a meat grinder at the front. And you now can see that there are just people getting cut down in the front row.
What kind of chaos would this create, considering we're not the only ones who heard it?
So, people don't seem to care. These people are just too enraptured in what is going on. And Wick, you've been out here a while. The radioactive rat, you've been out here a while. You hear it, and you're worried about it. But there's that part of you that goes, keep dancing. It's like that voice in the back of your head, your intrusive thoughts. So like your main thoughts are, that's dangerous, need to get out. But your intrusive thoughts in the back are like, but what if I just keep vibing? What if I keep going with this energy?
I don't know.
Yeah,
It's kind of a good thought.
I mean, the music, this is so new. I'm kidding. But I feel like Wick, after hearing that, can I attempt to climb over people? Like, I really just want to get to the top, see what's happening. Ugh.
Sure. I'll say, yeah, I'm not even going to make you really roll because you just climb on the mass of people and your spot where you were fills in immediately as people are shoved back. And you get up on top of basically a person and just start looking around and you see the front. It is like, I don't know if this is the correct term for what I'm thinking of, but like a Baylor, like the big hulking behemoths, just cutting people down. Some of them with swords, some of them with axes. And just people are cutting, falling in half, hitting the ground, and disintegrating into mush as soon as their bodies hit the ground. And then more people fill in their spot.
Wick's just like, oh shit, Lord Christ help me. And looks around for her friends, just like, note to note, Wick looks completely disheveled and lost her goggles in the fucking rave, so that shit's missing.
Oh no.
So she just looks like a disheveled, like, loose-haired mess right now. Raving too hard kills a person. That's Wick.
Okay. So, how do the both of you now that are in there and the rat, how do you try to escape? If at all. Maybe you don't. Maybe you get lost in the sauce.
Lost in the sauce calls me Mondays.
I'm gonna try
I
to.
don't think am I in the mosh yet? I don't think so.
You are up there with Wick. You are in the same row as Wick, so you are one behind the danger row.
Aha!
That's what I was.
Fine.
No. I'm scared.
And like you can all see each other at this point. All of you can see each other. The three of you and Maldet, of course, can see everybody being not in the mosh. But the three of you that are down there can see each other. So what do you do?
That guy I slammed into, can I try to vault off of him?
Like go over him?
Like use him as a way to push myself up and back into the air.
Sure. I'm gonna have you do an acrobatics or athletics check.
Bitch, we know which one. Actually, no. I'm going
I was
with
gonna
athletics. Fuck
say,
that.
Oh yeah, Maldet.
seeing Kingsley trying to get back up in the air, I'll fly over to him and like pull him up
Oh.
as like they're midair.
Then Kingsley, go ahead
On
and
the
roll with
person.
advantage because you're
Okay.
getting like a help with that.
I think Wick's never gonna go back.
22.
Ooh!
22.
Woo!
So you grab the guy, vault in the air, and you almost don't make it fully up. And then Meldet swoops in and grabs your hand and pulls you the rest of the way out and into the air. What about the other two of you that are down there? What are you doing? And if either of the two of you, Meldet or Kingsley, want to aid, say so and how you do. But first, I want to see what they're going to try and do.
Well, I need. Is the rat okay? I'm more worried about them than myself.
That's a good question. How's the rat doing?
Rat's having a great time.
Hell yeah, you are.
Yeah.
Danger? What danger?
What danger? Don't know
What
about danger. I heard that. What are we talking about? Okay.
DANGER, shortcut.
Yeah.
I'm literally looking around the crowd. My son, my boy.
You see them. You do see them. They're near you, like one person in between you and them. And Kingsley has gotten out.
I want to get my son.
Yeah. So what do you do?
Can I do an acrobatics to do a flip or something?
Do you want to try to like
Oh,
push, flip over the person that's in between you guys?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like flip over and grab.
Go ahead and make me an acrobatics check. Yeah.
Will do, because she's actually pretty decent in acrobatics. That Lord said no today. It's an 11. She's gonna hit her head on something. I promise you.
So what happens is you're a little shorter than some of the people around you, so you kind of like try to get up on some push off of them to do a flip off, and you kind of do so. The person turns, scoots away as much as they little can, and it kind of sets you off balance, and you fall on your back for a second. Make me a dex save.
Oh my god.
Because
I
you're at
just
risk
wanna
now of
be-
getting trampled.
Oh. God. That is a 16.
16. Somebody's foot comes down, you roll out of the way. And again, it's not even like these people are doing this on purpose. It's just so tightly packed and they're fucking enjoying themselves. And so a foot comes down and you dodge out of the way. This was like a minotaur. Like that would have hurt.
Would have hurt. I would have been crushed like a grape.
Yeah.
Scary.
I will say, you weren't able to flip over, but with the person almost stepping on you, moving out of the way, you are now reunited with the rat again.
I'm gonna pick up the rat. It's like, you.
Hey, what's the big idea?
We're literally gonna become mincemeat. That's the big idea.
I mean, we'll have a lot of fun doing it.
I mean, like, you're right, but still.
See?
You have. Oh my god. We gotta get back to everyone else.
Dude, you need to take a chill pill.
Dude, I don't want to take a chill pill if that means we're just gonna be mincemeating up in the fighting the gods. I want to do that shit. Come on.
Okay, but like, what do you have against mincemeat? Because this is starting to feel personal.
Are you serious? are you, sir? Hey, Kingsley!
You are now pushed to the first row.
Oh shit! Oh shit!
Oh, fuck.
The moment you're in danger. The moment
I
you're in
don't
danger.
care.
I'm so sorry.
I was kidding. I don't want to die.
No,
in
I dug my
Axe.
grave a lie in it.
An axe goes over your head. They didn't get you in the first swipe. What do you do?
Help us! God damn it!
Is
So
it
what?
people or is it like an actual contraption?
So this is they're Balors. They're like the giant hulking demons. Which you would know. I'll say you would know. They're pretty hefty. They're pretty strong. Oh yeah, you know, fuck it. I'll send a picture of what they look like too. Copy
Can I
image.
fly down with Kingsley and grab Wick? Like we both just yank him.
You definitely can. There's a picture, by the way, except this one's wielding an axe.
Oh my god, I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die.
Yeah. So, go ahead and either Kingsley or Maldat make me a dex save. Either one of you, but the one that does roll is rolling with advantage.
Why are you doing this?
What's
Do
your
you
dex?
have? What's your dex?
+2.
I'll go
Okay.
So then roll that with advantage.
Advantage.
with
Oh,
advantage.
Lord.
With advantage.
We're gonna fucking die.
17 plus that's 23.
A
Oh.
23.
Thank-
You swoop down with Kingsley. You grab onto Wick, and right at the last moment as you pull up, axe right below Wick's feet. That would have been a kill shot.
Oh my god.
And these things hit
Thank you.
hard.
Wick, I'm never leaving you alone ever again.
That would be the best case scenario, seeing as I would have been a fucking Wick sandwich. Not even that. A fucking Wick. Like, I'm gonna be a fucking pizza. I hate this.
You guys never let me have any fun.
You literally were mad at
You know
time.
what?
There's no time.
You know what? You know what? Fine. I grab the rat and put him at the very back
No,
of the mosh pit.
Don't do that, Melda, please. Melda, please.
Not at the front, at the very back.
At the
so they
back,
gotta
at the back.
make their way all the way up to the...
So you vibing again?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wick just looked disheveled as all hell. I was
Yes.
gonna sit there for a
Yes.
moment. That was really good. But shit.
Okay. After a bit of vibing, I assume you all end up leaving.
Yeah.
Or does the
You
rat
dragged
choose
me
to
out, Wick.
stay?
Grab me. I'm holding you.
I mean,
I'm holding you.
McDonald's burger.
Like, Wick's like, I've never felt such a more thrilling yet terrifying experience in my life. I feel blessed and cursed at the same time with this information.
Okay.
If you take me by force, I won't fight it. If you don't,
You know, right? Wick can be gentle, but she's gonna pick you up by the tail and just hold you in her arms and then take you with Melda and Kingsley back out of the room because she's like, holy shit.
Okay. Once you all leave, you exit back into Maldat's room. The music quiets down, and the door and wall. Well, the door and brick wall are gone, replaced by the wooden wall that was there before. And all of you kind of feel this thing on your chest, and you look down, and even on the rat, it's really small on the rat, a really tiny one, there is a little flyer for where you just were. Asmodeus's private club. Come back anytime.
yes,
I
will.
I can't even disagree that wasn't actually a very fun time. I enjoyed myself before dying. You know, Death via Brave. That sounds like a cool name to have.
It
Like,
does.
fun.
It does have a contract on the end. Or on the back. I would like to say, on the back,
I'm
it's
gonna
basically
take
like
paper.
you can come to Asmodeus's lounge. Blah, 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 blah. If you sign this contract right here, we are not liable for.
I'm gonna take Purple Radioactive
Wait a minute.
contract. I'm gonna take his.
No,
Yes.
no.
We'll see. Don't yell at me. We'll save this for another time, okay?
I want it.
But we're not gonna tell our souls yet.
Do it at the end of your
Well-
life.
I don't have an end of my life.
Well,
Okay.
that was fun. He's gonna pick up Mundungus and start heading for the door.
Oh,
No,
No,
wait
no.
a minute.
come back.
He does
Hey,
not stop.
Val,
Yeah.
I command stop.
Oh.
can I be at the door hearing my son yelling?
Yeah. So for reference, that's fine. You can be. There you would have heard no music or whatever because that was all within.
I'm not schizophrenic in the fun way.
Yeah. So you don't hear music.
Not in the fun way.
Not in a fun way. But
Okay,
yeah, I'll
so
say so.
this is Maldat's room,
Yes.
and I hear my son screaming.
You hear your son yelling words, and you hear the words that were said.
Okay, does this door have hinges?
I mean,
You can always
yes.
knock.
Wait.
It
question.
doesn't anymore.
This is a
Who the
metal
fuck put
door.
my rat in danger?
A
It's
metal.
metal. It's metal.
The doors to the rooms are metal. Most of the stuff in this, the reason your walls, the dividing walls are wood is because this was once one large room that they split.
Yeah.
But the door is metal. So Zernus, would you like to kick it?
I mean, I'll kick it where the
Your toesies.
handle is.
Okay.
So it swings open.
Make me a check. Fucking just like an attack. Like add your strength.
An attack roll.
Hold on.
The door is
Yes,
unlocked.
meld that.
I'm looking
What?
for something. Give me a second.
Okay.
It may or may not affect how. So the door, I run up to the door to prevent Kingsley from leaving, and I touch it, and it's I cast melt into stone.
Oh, you're trying to keep. So you're trying to keep Kingsley from leaving, and it just so happens Cernus appears on the. Hold on. Let me look at a thing. Give me a
That's
second.
that's why I'm like, hold on, because I'm like,
Okay, because you were gonna do it.
I just need to. I just need to read this contract with Purple Radioactive Rat Baby, and we're just consulting with each other to see if we actually end up agreeing on the same page now.
Okay, so wait, you're thinking meld into stone is the one you were talking about?
yes.
So I
Will
don't
it work?
know because it's not stone, so it wouldn't because it's metal. Basically, the entire thing, the wall, the door, it's all metal, not stone. So sadly, that
metal.
wouldn't do what you're hoping.
Tough.
Yeah.
Well, knowing that, then I wouldn't do that.
Then you would do that. Okay, so you save your
I'd
spell slot.
stand
there.
at the door. I'd stand at the door. Wait.
Oh God, Zernus, what was your roll?
No.
What would you want me to roll again?
It's just an attack roll. You're doing a strength-based
Just an
attack roll.
attack roll. Okay. Ooh. Ooh.
Unarmed strike, right?
It would be
strength.
counted as an unarmed strike, yeah. So it would
Unarmed
no proficiency.
strike, because I kick this door to swing it open. Now that remind me how comfortable your ass is.
Very.
It's a 26 to kick the door open.
Okay.
Oh my God.
And then what's your plus to strength?
My plus to strength is I can't fucking see. +4.
And sorry, wait, what was your total again for the to hit?
It was 26.
How?
Strike.
I got a 19
4.
and I have a +7 to my attack rolls.
You only have a +4 to your
You
attacks.
don't-
You're not proficient.
Yeah,
Strikes.
unarmed strike, you don't add proficiency unless you have something
I
that would
don't?
add. No, unarmed strike, you don't have proficiency unless you have something that would add it. Like I think Tavern Brawler allows you to add proficiency, or being a monk or something
Or
like
like
that.
unarmed combatant is a
Yeah.
fighting style.
So yeah,
or
it would.
being a monk in general.
Yeah, so like an unarmed strike never add proficiency unless you have something that would. I will say that still hits. I just want you to know for future stuff.
Yeah, that's
'cause
still a
matters.
24.
Yeah, still a 24, but just remember that for later. So with a 24, that is going to hit. And with that damage, yeah, so it doesn't break the door, and the door wasn't locked, but it does.
I was saying you
get-
could have knocked or opened the door.
Yeah.
Where's my sign? I did knock with my foot. Aggressively.
Into Maldet. Maldet, you take half the damage that was dealt, so like rounded down, so I think that would be 2. You take 2 bludgeoning as the door slams into your back, and Zernus is right there.
I'm taking advantage and trying to slip past.
Okay. I don't
Hey.
even know to athletics.
Dex?
No, athletics, because you're
Oh,
trying
man,
to push your way through.
stop.
Okay.
I hear my son screaming. I just booted Maldet. Kingsley's trying to escape. What the fuck? No. What the hell's happening?
Blake's just holding.
Literally hell.
Yeah, we just literally went to
Um,
hell.
That's a 24 with an 18 on the die.
Okay, so
Oh,
Kingsley
shit.
pushes past all of you and into the hallway.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna
What?
sit on my bedspread.
Why did he have his shirt unbuttoned? What the fuck were you lot doing?
Whoa!
I
Calm
cast
down.
command. Stop.
No, stop crying.
Who are you
No,
casting
I'm
command
sorry.
on?
Like, isn't he taken?
The one that's running.
Okay, so Kingsley, you need to make some saving throw. What's the type?
I'm looking.
So wisdom?
Like, I got paper. I got flyers in my hands.
Yeah.
You do.
Holding the rat. I got
Wisdom
Wait, for
save.
fuck's sake.
Okay.
What did I do? I just
Zernus and
looked at
Wick,
the-
hold on, please. There are multiple
Yes.
things happening at one time. I have to be able to supervise them first.
Yeah.
Thank you.
What is the DC?
15.
No.
Not very high.
No.
You said you fail or you succeed?
I did not succeed that.
Oh god.
It's not a nat 1, but I don't have a high enough plus.
So the command was stop. You get out the door, you freeze in place for 6
Oh, no.
seconds. Maldet, what are you doing?
Magic circle.
Oh.
Whoa. Holy shit.
Hey, I remember the last time you used that. That was
Yeah.
cool.
That's an expensive spell.
That kind of is. I love it.
We're not doing
Oh.
anything.
I
And
don't know that you
have
could.
the material.
It's a casting time of a minute. So you would need to cast it in a minute while Kingsley's there. And command only lasts 6 seconds, I believe.
True. Well, I'll let him run off to his room after that, but I will cast magic circle when he's going.
Wait, once he's in the room, you cast Magic Circle around the room?
No.
Is that... Oh, no.
So Maldet is assuming he's gonna run to his room.
Okay.
So I will follow.
Okay.
So I'm stuck with the power.
Oh,
Okay.
I see. So you're following him casting Magic Circle so he would get caught in the radius once you're done?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, so I'll remember that. Wick and Zernus, go ahead.
My dog's
How
trying
are
to get
you
into my room.
holding the rat?
I'm holding him like as if like he's a baby. In my arms.
What did you do?
What do you mean? What did I do?
She's
Why
being
are
an
you screaming?
asshole.
I'm not being an asshole. I was worried for his
You
fucking
are being
safety.
an asshole.
I was worried for your safety. We nearly died in there.
Yeah, but like I said, it would have been really fun.
Yeah, death by whatever the fuck that music was. That was great music, by the way. But whoa,
But anyway, that's not what it's about. Give me back my damn paper.
we're gonna read through this together so we can agree on it. Stop.
Okay,
I
right.
can read
What
it
paper are you
myself. I'm
talking
not
about?
a child. I'm changing my name.
Wait,
I'm not a baby.
What?
Ugh.
What's this? What?
what is these papers?
These are from, if I read them correctly, Asmodeus's club. Come back anytime, and there's a contract to sign to come back.
Oh,
I,
can I see
Yeah,
them?
let me read it.
you know, I'm gonna put the rat down on the bed, and I'm gonna get handed my paper. Then I'll hand Zernus the paper.
I would like to
I'm gonna
read the
fling
both
myself
of
the
them.
paper.
Oh my god.
Give me.
Here's the paper.
Quick, give me the
Thank
paper.
you.
Let me read it
Fucking
first.
hell.
What?
There's 2 of them. We can read it at the same time.
Yeah, I just want to have a look at yours as well, just to make sure that they're the same.
Oh my gosh. She just
I
stands up
can
and
look
shoves the
at it. I'm not a
Stop! Yes,
baby.
everyone, shut the fuck up!
You
Just
radioactive
shut.
verbal rat bitch.
I
God.
handed you the paper. Wick hands you the paper. Radioactive rat.
I want
baby.
the
She
one that
shoves-
the rat has
Thank
as well. I want to make sure it's the same.
The fuck away from me. You better read over my shoulder.
Fine. I'm gonna take the paper from him.
Oh my
Yeah.
god. I'm
Get
gonna-
out.
You want to know what I do?
Radioactive
I look at
purple rat
both
baby
of you
cook.
in the eyes with these papers, and I fucking eat them.
You son of a bitch. How? Oh my god.
Wait, how would that?
It's like that scene in that one Scooby-Doo movie. I'm just Shaggy, and I'm eating the paper.
I'm gonna fight you in a minute.
I'm going to fucking.
Zernus, as you eat
Oh.
them, I was hoping you'd do this.
Yeah, I put things in my
I
mouth. I
knew you
should've.
so well.
What kind of save do I gotta make?
You need to make me a con save.
Con save.
Osmodius.
Spicy.
Santalis.
It's funny you say
A
spicy.
con save. Where's my saves? That's a 17.
17. So you take half damage, which is good.
Ow.
I need 2 more d6.
Half damage. It completely eviscerates in front of us.
So that's 3. Ooh, that was 3 6s. Hold on.
Ow.
Nope, nope, that's a 5. Oops. I almost misread. You're going to take 10 fire damage.
Crispy.
As both of them, because you took damage from both, burst into flame. And actually, sorry, there were two of them. Make me another con save, actually, because one for each.
Yep. It's another 17.
Okay, so then damage is the same, 10, because you took.
Yeah, so I
half from
take
each.
20 hold. Okay.
No. Sorry, that's 10 whole. The 20
Ah.
originally that was halved was for both of them, but I made you. I didn't roll
okay.
any more dice, so it's just 10 damage you took, fire damage, as they burst into flame inside your mouth, and then in a flash of fire reform in the hands of the people who were originally there and who they were
Oh.
for.
Do we even have
You
a
know,
pen
Like
for
an
this?
idiot.
Let me check.
I think
We
you
just-
understand. As he just stares at you, then looks at Wick, and then just leaves. You're not my responsibility anymore.
That actually
Ooh.
hurt.
Ooh.
Oh no.
He also slams the door behind him. You can stay with Wick if you want to stay with her that bad and do something stupid.
I want a drama queen.
I love this rat.
She just looks over to the rat and is like, "So, are we gonna sign these?"
Well, I was going to read it first, but not. That's a thing I can do. That's a skill that I have
You
with
can
my
read
adult
them.
brain.
I do have a contract written up if you want to read.
Oh, can we read them?
You don't have to, but you totally can.
I would like read.
I want to.
Okay,
I feel like this
give
is gonna
me
end up
a sec. I'm double checking a thing.
the telltale consequences. like DM will remember this,
So
and then
I'm-
we end up
What have I done?
We
Yeah.
will, depending on what your decision is, we will end the session with your decision on this.
Oh.
So,
Oh.
membership contract for Asmodeus's private club. This binding contract marks the ascension of applicant's name, member, into the esteemed echelons of Asmodeus's private club. By sealing this pact, member consents to partake in the nocturnal revelries and infernal delights offered within the club's domain. Membership affords member exclusive access to arcane gatherings, forbidden pleasures, and rituals steeped in the abyssal mysteries governed by Asmodeus himself. Terms and conditions. It's not very long, it's one more paragraph. Membership is perpetual and irrevocable, terminating only upon the bearer's demise by the sword of destiny, wielded either by mortal or infernal agents during or after the club's sanctioned activities. Annual dues and offerings are to be rendered in blood or equivalent mortal essence, as dictated by the ever-shifting whims of Asmodeus and his infernal council. This club reserves the prerogative to amend these terms through cryptic omens and arcane rituals, with no obligation to notify the member. By affixing their mark below, member affirms their readiness to face the ultimate fate decreed upon by the sword of Asmodeus, binding their essence to the abyss for all eternity.
That's
So are you signing?
So good. I'm just gonna look at the rat and look at
Man.
the paper.
What do you think about this?
I can feel my soul leaving my body, even if I read this. Go.
I mean, it's a tempting offer.
I may be stupid, just a little bit, but I'm a bit worried. I hope it's
What, do you need me to put it in dumb brain words?
very. Wow. Wow. You know what? I'm just gonna pick you up
Wow.
and squeeze you just a little bit.
So, what's the decision?
My brain's tempted to do stupid and go yes, but my intuition's telling me no.
Now, it doesn't mean that you have to enter. Signing it doesn't mean you're immediately sent there. It just means you have access. To enter whenever you want. Let's keep that word in mind. To enter whenever you want. So
That's interesting.
Yeah, do we sign? What do you think, Rat?
I mean,
I mean, you don't have to agree with me.
I've never experienced something like that in my life besides near death over music.
It was kind of cool though. Like maybe I want to die.
I feel like we need to get you a therapist.
I mean, that might not be a bad idea.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like I need time to think on this.
Okay, how about this? We roll these papers up and put them in my bag, and when we fully have an answer, we'll sign or not sign. Does that sound fair?
I mean, yeah. I don't want you to hold on to my stuff, but I don't really have anywhere to put it.
Hey, it's not like I'm gonna burn it when the
Yes, you do. You have places to put things. You have a specific place to put things.
You do, I believe.
You have that carriage. The extra dimensional
yes,
space carriage.
you have
Do you want-
the Dickman's mini
I don't
carriage.
know how that works.
It's literally just like a. For right now, you can just use it to store things. There are other things you can do with it, but for now, you can just store things in it.
Do you
It's
want
like a
the
big
paper?
bag of holding.
Oh wait, yeah, give me that thing. I got a little present.
Okay, that's completely fine. I just feel very anxious, so I'm just gonna roll up my paper and put it in my bag.
I'm gonna put mine in my carriage.
Okay, so for the end of this session, you've chosen not to sign the papers. Fascinating. We'll see if you ever decide to.
For now.
I did post
For now.
I did post the contract in the random stuff chat. I guess I might move it somewhere else, but that's where it is for now in case you ever want to read over it. And remind yourself what the
Awesome.
contract terms are.
So we can read over and decide.
Of course. So for ending of stream, thank you all for joining. Thank you all for watching. And don't forget there's always a seat for you here. Hope you enjoyed. And if you ever want to sign a contract, I know a guy. Good night.